because you are on time. And thank you for starting the recording. I hope everybody had a good week. Happy Friday Eve. I love to say that. And also happy Black History Month. Also happy Heart Awareness Month and all the other things that are happening in the month of February. I want to call the meeting to order. The time is 6:39. And I'm going to ask John Martin to take the roll call. And I'm going to say it now and say it again, to please make sure you're on camera so that when John Martin calls you, you will respond that you're here. And we want to hear you respond so that we don't have to figure out who's speaking. Okay, everyone?
Yes.
And thank you. And I appreciate you all. Okay, go ahead,
All
John.
right, everyone. April Adams.
Reporting live from the forum. I missed the email.
Oh, hey, April.
Oh, my Lord. Okay.
Sorry about that, April. Joyce Adewumi.
Present.
Hi there.
Hey.
Walter Alexander.
Aquí.
Hello. Marquise Bell.
Present.
Hey there. Andrea
Hello.
Brecker.
I'm here.
Good to see you. Gregory Brito.
I'm right here.
Hi there.
Hey.
Pardon me. Patricia Caldwell. Patricia Caldwell. Cameron Clark.
Present.
Hey there. Felipe Castillo.
Presente.
Hola. Vanessa Kaufman. Juan Colmenares. Gretchen Connolly.
Present.
Hi there. Dejan Del Pino.
Present, and I think I just saw Patricia Caldwell sign on.
Uh-huh. Okay, we'll double
Actually,
back.
it's Patricia Watler.
Oh, my bad,
but-
sorry.
Hi, no problem. Go ahead.
Marita Dunn. Elizabeth Eastman.
Present.
Hi there. Victor Edwards is excused. Denise Ford.
Here, I'm here.
Hi. Lydia Gerson.
Here.
Hey there. John Martin Green is present. Michael Gross.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Present. Nice to see you
Hi,
all.
Michael. Good.
How's
Hi
it going?
there. Daria Hardiman.
Here.
Hey there.
Hey.
Monique Harden Cordero.
Present.
Laquita Henry.
Present. Can you hear me?
We
Yes,
can.
Laquita.
Okay, thank you.
Heather Jason.
Present.
Hey there. Chris Johnson.
I'm right next to April Adams.
Hey there.
Hey.
Patricia Watler Johnson. I thought
I'm
I
here.
heard-
I'm
Hey.
here, but you see my name is Patricia Caldwell. So it's me. It's me.
Hi, Patricia Watler Johnson. All right, Diego Keel. Kyle. Theodore Kovalev. Christina Maria Lopez.
Here.
Hello. Tina Lumley.
Here, I went over to the doggone forum. It was my fault. I didn't look at the last email.
Good to see you. Rhea McDonald.
Here.
Hello. Deirdre McIntosh Brown. Ilana Mercado.
I'm here.
Hi there. Clotilde Monguia.
Present.
Hey there. Lina Mopomniaski.
Lena Nepomniachtchi. Good. I'm here.
Lina Nepomniachtchi.
Yes.
Lina Nepomniachtchi. Solomon Prophet. Teresa Coles Reagan.
Here.
Hi there. Janira Ramirez. David Ratner is excused. Mateen Sarsi.
Present.
Hey there.
Hey.
Hi. Jordan Scherer.
Here.
Hi. Shantae Stiles. Francina Waring, I think, may be excused.
Yes, she is.
Very good. Thank you. Shanika Wilson And Abraham Alexander Jimenez.
Alexander Abraham, present.
Alexander Abraham, begging your pardon, sir.
Yep. Yeah, you're good.
Good to see you. All right,
Likewise.
let's see. That's 2.
Ted Kovalev here. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Deirdre McIntosh here.
Okay, so let me get list you. 16, 18. We have quorum.
Okay, thank you, John Martin. I think also Vanessa just came on.
Okay,
Correct, Vanessa? Well, I'm going to repeat. Please put your camera on. Okay, everyone? So good. Thank you that we have quorum. And so now I'm going to ask that we adopt the agenda. Would somebody?
So moved, Ted.
Thank you. Would somebody like to second that?
Second, Deirdre.
Thank you, Deirdre. I also would like us to move forward with adopting the minutes from January. Would somebody make a motion to adopt the minutes?
Adopt.
So moved.
All right. Thank you, team. As you all know,
We have to vote on adopting the minutes.
I believe, Ted, that somebody made a motion and it was seconded.
Yes, and we have to vote on it.
Okay. Thank you, Ted.
Unanimous consent?
Can we vote on it? Do unanimous consent?
Seconded.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Ted. I appreciate you. Thank you.
No.
What I was going to say is, as you can tell, I'm stepping in as first vice chair. For those who are new on this Zoom, I'll introduce myself. My name is Monique Harding Cordero, and I'm the first vice chair for Community Board 9. And this evening, I have the pleasure of chairing the meeting because our chair, Victor Edwards, is away, rightfully so, celebrating his birthday. He works very hard, and I'm hoping that he is relaxing and celebrating and not checking his email. That's what I'm hoping for.
Sailing.
Well, we don't know what he's doing, but if he's sailing, I hope that he's having a good sail. I see the love, and I'll make sure Victor knows that he's missed. With that said, I am looking at the agenda, and the next item on the agenda is to hear from our guest presenter who is here. And I want to make sure that he has access to share his presentation. But we're going to hear a presentation on coastal storm winter preparedness. And Gala Eves Desir will be presenting from Ready, New York Community, and I guess he's from the Department of Community Engagement. Sorry if I butchered your name, Gala, but you're up to bat, as they say.
All right, thank you. So it's Eve Desir Gala. I go by Desir, everyone.
Okay.
And I am with the Community Engagement Unit with the Office of Emergency Management. So today's presentation is going to focus specifically on winter preparedness. And for coastal storm awareness, we'll probably wait till it's a little warmer, like springtime, and maybe I can come in person in the future and we can arrange that after this. So I put the one pager in the chat so everyone has access to that at the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the one pager and share my screen. So if you give me one moment, I'll do that now.
Well, it seems apropos given this rough winter we've had so far. So hopefully we'll learn some more stuff to make sure we're prepared for the next snowstorm, which I'm sure is coming.
This weekend.
I heard it's coming on Sunday.
This weekend, yes.
Oh, I hope it's not as bad as the last one. I can't take it. I really can't. But anyway.
Okay, so let me just see if I can just make this full screen for us. Okay. All right, so is everyone able to see my screen?
Are you able to enlarge
yes.
it a little more?
All right, I'm gonna take
if you
that as a
will?
yes. Thank you so much. Does that work for everyone?
No,
Can you
Again,
enlarge it?
can you make
That's
it bigger?
better.
okay. Again, you have access to this in the chat. So this PDF is in the chat so everyone can download it. I assume you can email it out to everyone in the next letter, maybe that you all have. Zia Gala from New York City Emergency Management, and today we're going to be talking about winter storm preparedness and how to be prepared in the winter in here in NYC. Does anyone know how many days of winter we have left?
Too many.
Too many. Okay, so well, that was close. A two is definitely in there. So we have about 20 days of winter left. Maybe no, actually, I'm sorry, I'm incorrect. We have 29 days. So March 20th is the last day of winter, I believe.
Yes.
And so here living in NYC, most of us live in an apartment. And we need heat, right? So our landlords must provide from October 1st. Does anyone know the last day they must provide this heat to us?
May, sometime in May.
May
Yeah,
15th?
exactly. So the end of May, so May 31st is the last day they have to provide heat. So
Oh.
they have to provide heat from October 31st. I'm sorry, from October 1st all the way until May 31st. Does anyone know the temperature? Take a guess.
Below
65.
55 in the daytime and
Okay, so I'm hearing 68, 65. Yeah, so anywhere between 65 and 68 degrees indoors is the temperature that they have to constantly provide. And that's anywhere from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and again from 10 p.m. back to 6 a.m.
Okay.
So in the daytime hours and in the nighttime hours. All right. And then the qualification for this heat is that it also needs to be 55 degrees outdoors. So well, 55 or below, mainly below. So anything below 55 degrees outdoors, the landlord must provide this heat for us. All right. And of course, along with the heat, they must provide hot water. So during the winter months, you may live alone, you may live with others, siblings, loved ones. So you have to make a plan on what to do during the winter, right? So you want to make a meeting place if you're going to be outdoors and if you commute a lot for work or for pleasure. And you want to play touch. So a lot of people do this. They have a FaceTime group or just a text group, and they'll say, "Hey, listen, if there's a bad rainstorm or a bad snowstorm, and I'm coming from work this day and I miss my time, where I'll be at this bodega if I can't make it all the way back to this apartment, or I'll be in front of this bus stop if I can't make it all the way back to the apartment. And can you meet me here at this meeting place during the winter?" Right. So it can be a bodega, it could be an ATM vestibule. Does any of you here have a plan? Yes, maybe. Miss Coles, I heard something or
I'm paranoid, so I have a USB with digital copies of our IDs because I know if anything gets damaged during a thing, then having a USB with the information is helpful.
Mateen, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Mateen. That's perfect. That's a little more advanced. I usually provide that tip at the end of any presentation. But that's something that I encourage most people to do. Just scan those documents or take photocopies nowadays and put those on a USB drive. So you want to have social, birth certificate, ID, passport. Just have photocopies. It helps you in the process of getting those physical ones back. All right, even though it may be a little is better than zero. So sometimes during the winter we have to shelter in place. Just like this past snowstorm we had to stay indoors. So you're also gonna want to plan to stay indoors. So when people usually stay indoors, you want to have quilts, right? Extra quilting just in case someone has to stay over. You want to have large amounts of food. Of course, you want to have things like access to information, right? So sometimes people they forget to pay their bill or they don't have the means to pay their cable bill or their Wi-Fi bill, right? They want to have access to internet. Sometimes you don't need the internet. You could just knock on your neighbor's door if you're fortunate enough, or go down the hall. Maybe you have a friend in the building, right? And then ask, hey, look, is there any updates on the weather in the community? Are there any updates on if we're getting power back? Let's say, for example, if the building lost power, and that's how you can stay informed, right? During this time of year, a lot of people use space heaters. because they get so cold. Just remember to plug those in directly into the outlet. Don't plug it into an extension cord or a power strip, some people refer them to as. And I'm sorry, did someone come into the chat?
Probably,
Okay.
but continue.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
And just plug them directly into the wall, and you want to keep them several inches away from anything flammable. So these are, newspapers, if you're a creative, so maybe your art supplies, if your apartment may happen to be on the dustier side, because because your home health aide didn't come that day, keep it a little away from the dust, all right, or dust around that space that you're gonna have the space heater. Never use a stove for heating under any circumstances, and never use open flames. So never use a candle, things like that. Does anyone have a routine that they go through when it gets a little too cold in their apartment here in the city?
Do you consider the radiator heater safe relatively?
A radiator heat safe? Do you mean like a
Radiator heater, the one that looks like a radiator?
yeah, like a space heater, one that you plug into the wall.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
all
Yeah, so
right, because there's no
that's also
flame and okay.
yeah, so it's also considered a space heater, but yeah, those are perfectly safe. But once again, like I said, you want to keep them kind of in a clear space, not against too much fabric or any flammable materials, right? Uh, things like that. Also remember that, everyone here is in the community. It seems this is a community organization here. But check on your neighbors, right? So the same respect that you give everyone here, you might want to pay to the people who live on the floor in your building or just the building as a whole, and just, check on them, make sure they're good and they have what they need to survive the winter season here in New York City. Um, Also, uh, if everyone has a smartphone most of the time, you can download an app called Notify NYC. I like to compare it to a Citizens app, but without all the drama and without all the worry and the anxiety that Citizens app provides to people, unfortunately. So Notify NYC is a city-run information app, and it updates you via push notification or text message. Also, Notify NYC, if you can sign up online, you can also sign up with your landline number, and the system will call your landline to give you updates via landline. That's, I think, a pretty cool feature that a lot of Citizens definitely does not have that. And it'll update all of our residents here in New York City. Also, another thing that you can check is Plow NYC. So like when we just had this snowstorm, Plow NYC is a featured website run by the city. It shows you all the recently plowed streets here in New York City, and you can always recommend for update, and it'll give you a live view on the city map of what just happened. And you can also call into 311 if you ever want to um, have another street plowed again. I see we have a question from Miss Mercado.
Hi, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Sorry. So I'm just, about the plowing. And this is going on like all the time, all my life. But it's I have family members that are disabled and they use a walker. And getting across, these crosswalks were not properly plowed. I know you guys aren't sanitation, but that's an issue I just want to bring up, because when it comes to, plowing and being updated on that, that's great, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be helpful for people with disabilities. And a lot of times people, especially seniors, find themselves homebound. They can't get to the store, because again, there's hardly any space. There's no way that a wheelchair or a walker can get through. So I don't know if that's something they can coordinate with sanitation, but that's a big problem, especially up here.
Yeah, I definitely feel your sentiment. So Plow NYC is run by the Department of Sanitation. Outside of that, the app is mainly to see what streets have most recently been plowed. And if you feel as if it needs to be plowed again or maybe more thoroughly, you can report that to 311, or you can also report it through the app. They have a way that you can report it through the app on the site, and they'll have that information. So maybe they'll come back around. Um, Another thing is that if you're so inclined yourself, or you can spread the news of emergency shovelers in the city. So maybe you can put a flyer in your building, or you can share it throughout the community where the city can contact individuals to come help and assist Department of Sanitation to come and deal with snow removal.
Or if not to assist the Department of Sanitation, to assist your neighbors.
As well, exactly. Assist your neighbors, assist the community with the snow management.
I mean, sanitation.
Do you have any other questions?
Taking care of that.
Yeah, hi. I raised my hand. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. I've got a new laptop and
Yes.
it's teaching me that I need to be taught.
We hear you.
We
Great.
can hear you,
Thank
Ms.
you,
Carney.
John Martin. So two things. Because my mom owns the corner property, we diligently clean our crosswalks. But after that last snowstorm, even while I was shoveling the crosswalks, sanitation was coming by, and we had a good joke about it, so I'm not bashing sanitation because they're only doing their job. They have a specific job to do, and that's to clear what they're supposed to clear, even if it means that they're making a boundary where it's already been shoveled. That's just a part of it, and it's nothing that we can do. But I want to give an accolade out to the 30th precinct that after all of that horrendous snow that I was out there shoveling, and whoever else as a landlord or a super was out there shoveling, the 30th precinct actually had an officer shoveling snow at our crosswalk at West 149th Street. It's just one of those barriers of life that we have to deal with. And I don't know what the better situation or solution is when you're not getting the volunteers to come out or the people who are going to be paid. The information is not getting out in enough time for the people who want to make that $20 an hour to clear the crosswalks.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that the precinct was able to help you with your specific situation. Outside of that, with the information not getting out on time, all I can speak on that is that, just keep providing it maybe throughout the entire year, right? So if you decide to, you can take it upon yourself to always keep those flyers in your building, make sure there's always one up. If you're in any other community or any other community events, maybe just share that flyer as well. But I do understand your frustration. Any other questions?
Yeah, I was
Or-
gonna say, are there any other questions? If not, we want to thank our presenter for sharing this information, and the PDF, as you indicated, is accessible in the chat, but we'll make sure to share it with our members
Not a problem.
after our general meeting. And I pray that the winters aren't going to be as severe as this last one. That's all I'm going to
For
say
sure.
at the moment. So
Well, thank everyone for having me. I really appreciate it. Monique, if you like, I can put it in the chat again before I leave the meeting, just so it's fresh in the chat and everyone can have access to it again. And like I said, hopefully in the future, when it gets warmer, we can have another meeting and talk and discuss more about the coastal flooding and coastal storms. Once again, thank you, everyone.
I look forward to
Enjoy
that
the
when the
rest
weather
of your-
gets warmer.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you. I'm going to deviate from the agenda for 1 second. I want to use this opportunity. As many of you might be aware, we have a new precinct captain who has been newly appointed to the 30th precinct. And I want to give him an opportunity to come on and to formally introduce himself to us, say a few words so that he gets to know his neighbors, if you will. So, Captain Johnson, I saw your name. Are you able to come on? Oh, there you are.
Good
So
evening.
go ahead.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Black History Month. I'm coming over from the Detective Bureau. I'll explain that we investigate, investigate crimes after the cops respond. But I was formerly in the Special Victims Unit. So I oversee citywide all the sexual crimes for the whole city. For about 4 years, I did that. So I'm very happy to be back out on in the community, and I can't wait to meet everyone in person. Not a big Zoom person, so I can't wait. And thanks for keeping me updated on this snowstorm as well. It should be something little. And I did pass on the accolades to Officer Sheridan for shoveling the snow. That was very nice of him. So he was very happy, and that gave him a smile that you noticed, but he did it out of the kindness of his heart. He didn't know anyone was watching him, so he was a bit bashful, but that was very good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to meet you guys. I won't hold up your time. I have 20 years in the NYPD. I just coming into my 21st year in July. So I've been here for a while. I worked all over the city, South Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. I had offices in Staten Island, but I've visited them twice a year so far. But yeah, I've been around the city for a while, so and in this department for a while. So
Welcome.
meet you guys. All right.
Welcome, Captain Johnson.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome. We look forward to working with your, with you. We currently work with many of the members of your precinct and look forward to working with you in addressing any issues of concern that impact our community. And also just working with you on issues that might also be fun, that support the well-being of our community. So
all about the fun. I think like I tell my staff here, we get the work done, and if we could have a little fun with it, guess what? Less stress for everybody. I'm an anti-stress person. I believe that causes more illness than anything else. So I tell them, if we could do things in just as fun, but get the work done, it's good all around for everyone.
that works for me. Thank you. Does anybody want to say anything else to the captain before we move on?
I have my
You're
hand
welcome.
raised.
Oh, sorry, Yutha. Thank you. Go ahead. And you said Walter
Hi.
as well?
I think Deirdre is
No.
speaking.
Oh, I just said
okay.
welcome, Captain Johnson. That's it.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Good evening. Welcome, Captain Johnson. Thank you for joining us. I just wanted to inform you about 2 regularly scheduled monthly meetings held at the Community Board office, one being our Uniform Services Transportation Committee. We meet on the first Thursday of every month, 6:30 p.m. at the district office. That's 3295 Broadway. And also the district manager, myself, I have my district service cabinet meeting, which is the second Wednesday of every month at 12 noon. I guess we can get your email from Stuma, or if you could drop it in the chat, we will gladly send you the monthly reminders. And again, welcome.
I will drop it in chat. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
I know, Joyce, is there anything you want to say? Especially since I know you do a lot of work with the precinct.
Yes, I just want to say good evening, Captain. Nice to see you. Welcome to Committee Board 9 meeting.
Thank you very much, Ms. Joyce. Spoke to you yesterday. Stay in good contact, Ms. Joyce. So far, she's shown me around, and very nice lady. Thank you, Ms. Joyce.
Okay.
And
all right,
Monique.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. Thank you also, Captain Johnson. I don't have a question for you, but Monique, in the chat, there's a question. I don't know if Mr. Gala from sanitation is still here. If not, then the question can be put to him at another point. But there was a question regarding dog feces. Dog poop.
Yes.
Is he still here?
I don't think he was from sanitation. I thought he was from emergency management.
He
I'm not
might be
sure if he
emergency,
was.
but I don't know why
he is emergency
it was
management,
asked.
yes.
Yeah, it was asked during his
Okay.
presentation.
Oh, all right.
So it could be put to sanitation at another point.
Okay. Very good. All right. Well, then, if there are no more comments or questions to the captain, we'll let you go back to your duties. And once again, welcome and look forward to working with you in the future.
And stay safe this weekend, everybody, with the snow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. So now, everyone, we're going to go to reports. And I'm going to, of course, read the chair's report, which I don't know if I should bring it up and share it with everyone on the screen. Would that be better to do that, Yutha?
It's up to you. You can.
Let's
You want to
see.
share it on the screen? It's
Perhaps that.
included in their package, the
Um.
mailing that everyone got.
Well, once again, does everybody have access to the report?
No.
If not, I just pulled it up. It's not a long report, so I'll go through it quickly. Um, let's see. Can everyone see it?
I can.
Okay, very good. So the items that are on this report, and Victor has talked about it a great deal. The number one item is the Legionnaire's disease. Even though it's not talked about in the news, it's still an issue that's impacting our community. And particularly right now, it's impacting the residents of 3333 Broadway, specifically two towers, A and B. Um, it's been noted that there's been a positive result of the disease in those two towers. So I know the management has been working with DOHMH to implement a remediation strategy to address the occurrence of the disease in those two towers. And I also know, based on Victor's report, as you can see, there was a request to also do some extra remediation efforts in the other towers as well. I think there's a total of 5 towers at 3333. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. So the request was to look at the remaining towers and test them to make sure that everybody's okay in those towers. And unfortunately, that was refused by management. So we'll continue to be working with 3333 Broadway to address this issue, to make sure they get the support that they need, and more importantly, to get rid of the Legionnaires or to tap it down so that people aren't getting sick. So that's the Legionnaires. In terms of Columbia Apartments, there's a short write-up here, but I believe that I wanted to say that Michael Gross will probably be going into more detail in his report. But essentially, there are 8 apartments that were released by Columbia University that will be made available for occupancy. And we have 8 apartments that have been released, but we'll continue to work with Columbia with the hope of having more apartments released and made available to our community. Community board applications, as a reminder, are due. They're due by next week, and I believe, which is the 27th, the last day, the last Friday of the month. So that's next week, Friday. So for people who need to renew, and if there are people who are new and interested in joining, please make sure that you complete your application by February 27th. And then I started the meeting with this, and I will reiterate that all board members who attend meetings in person or hold on. Oh, excuse me. You have to give us adequate notice. So if you can attend, you need to give us 24 hours notice to let us know that you're not going to be present so that we're aware. Also, if you're going to be calling in and joining us remotely, as you heard me say, you need to be on camera to be considered present, or else you'll be marked absent. And then, of course, we want to be mindful in terms of how we conduct the meetings. So trying to make sure we end the meetings in a timely way. And that's what is being addressed here on a report. So that's it. And I like this quote, and I'll read it: to whom much is given, much is expected. And that's true. So that's it. Those are the comments from our chair's report. I'll stop sharing. And then next we'll go to the treasurer and ask Deirdre to please share, unless Felipe is going to do it instead. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I see a hand is up. April, do you have your hand up regarding what I just read?
I have a question.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know who that was, but April, you have your hand up. And if you're
Yeah, can you
speaking,
hear me?
oh, is that you? Yeah, I
Okay,
hear you.
so we have Alicia Barksdale here from 3333 Broadway. She wanted to talk about Legionnaire's disease, but do you have time?
Well, did she complete a public sessions?
Okay,
Form?
okay, yeah, she can chat during public session. That's fine.
Yeah, let's let her do that, okay? Was that it in terms of hands up?
No,
And
I have a brief comment to our chair's report as was discussed in the
Okay.
exec board last week.
Yes.
If you plan to be excused, to ask to be excused, you should also, in addition to emailing the co-chairs of the committee, you also should include Victor, Yutha, Ashley, and Hakil, so that everybody's on board and you will have an official excuse. Thank you.
Yes, that's right, Walter. And you forgot me and John Martin. So you should be definitely copying the chairs and the vice chairs in addition to the chairs of the committee so that we are aware. So thank you for
Noted.
that reminder, Walter.
That's what I wanted to know. Exactly. Do I get in touch with, or if I ever, do I get in touch with everyone? So that was clear.
Yes, so that we are aware.
Right.
Okay, thank you. All right, is that it in terms of questions regarding the report, chair's report? If that is, then we're going to go to the treasurer's report. Who will be giving that report? Is it Deidre or Felipe?
I believe it's me. I see
Okay.
Deidre on, but she said that the only expenses we've had so far this past period are basic expenses for supplies and cleaning services. So that's the only thing to report on.
Okay. Short and sweet. I know I mentioned in the exec meeting, and I'll mention here that there's a new form that was developed that will be utilized. I believe it's been formalized. It'll be utilized moving forward if people have put out funds and want to get reimbursed, then you'll need to complete the form, which Youtha will be able to share with everyone so that we can, just have greater and better accountability. So I just wanted to add that to the treasurer's report. Did everybody get that, hear that, and understand it? Okay. Then moving right along. Youtha, you're up to bat to
Good
give
evening,
your
everyone.
district
In
manager
addition,
report.
thank you, Monique. Good evening, everyone. In addition to my report, I have a few, save the date and a few other announcements to share with you this evening. Save the date, National Slam the Scam Day will be held on Thursday, March 5th. The Social Security Administration and the Office for the Inspector General are partnering with other government agencies for the 7th annual Slam the Scam Day. Please join them during the National Consumer Protection Week as they continue their commitment to raising public awareness about government imposter scams. You are encouraged to visit the Slam the Scam resource page for details on this year's campaign. Outreach materials are available to help you share scam prevention messages with your contacts. Again, this year, the page will also list organizations dedicated to helping them slam the scam. Contact the Social Security Administration at external.relations@ssa.gov for more information. I'll leave that information in the chat after I give my highlights. Also, FDNY is offering CPR and Control the Bleed training sessions. Control the Bleed covers techniques for managing severe bleeding until first responders arrive, with a focus on practical hands-on training. You'll learn how to tourniquet and take swift life-saving action for critical moments. Compression-only CPR. In just a few simple steps, you can learn how to provide life-saving chest compressions during a cardiac emergency. This hands-on CPR training focuses on performing high-quality compressions, which can be a difference between life and death in critical situations. These programs are provided at no cost to everyone and is encouraged to participate. Invite your friends, family, and neighbors. Info is now on how to schedule a training will be left in the chat as well. CB9 is pleased to announce that the FDNY and the Red Cross will be installing free smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors throughout District 9. Our district office has been donated to FDNY as a rally site this Saturday, February 21st, to support this important safety initiative. CB9 residents can register to receive a free smoke alarm and carbon monoxide detector installation. For registration questions and additional information, please call 1-877-733-2767 to schedule a smoke alarm installation appointment, or you can visit their website. I'll leave all this information in the chat as well. Again, we encourage all residents to take advantage of this life-saving opportunity and share this information with your friends, family, and neighbors. Also, summer youth employment applications are now open for Summer Youth Employment Program. The SYEP is the nation's largest youth employment program, connecting NYC youth between the ages of 14 and 24 with career opportunities and paid work experiences each summer. Applications are currently being accepted with a deadline of February 27th. The application link will be left in the chat as well. Also, the Bowen Center will officially begin relocating their temporary site, which is 520 West 135th Street, starting the weekend of February 27th. They will start with, operations will start on Tuesday, March 3rd, beginning with the reopening of their food pantry. An open house is being planned for late April to welcome community to their temporary home. Official invites will follow shortly. Also, please join the Harlem Mere Performance Festival, a community tradition at the Charles A. Dana Discovery Center at Central Park. Enjoy live music, dance, and performances with beautiful views of the Manhattan Mere. All ages are welcome. They have dates available for their showcase of performances in July and August. I know that's a bit away, but it's to give us hope that warm weather will be returning soon. The time for these programs are 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Interested in performing, musicians, singers, and dancers, solo or group, are invited to apply by March 30th at the Harlem Artists link will be left in the chat also if you'd like to introduce a group or if you'd like to audition yourself. And that completes my highlights and updates. Thank you.
Question?
Sure.
Okay. Yutha, I sent the email today. I'm going to try to read it real quick. They're hiring, NYC Votes is hiring youth between 14 and 18 to work with, I guess, work with the election process. And it's a paid opportunity, but they have to apply by February 27th. I sent the email. I can forward it again. Looks like it's a good
Please do.
opportunity.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I'll
I
send
would
it
have
to you
definitely
right
announced
now.
it.
Okay.
Sure. Sure.
All right. All right.
Are there any other?
I'm sorry, I didn't raise my hand. Walter, do you have a flyer we could put on the board?
There was an email I got. I can forward it. I can forward to you and have
When
a,
Walter forwards it to me, I'll send out a e-blast.
and I'll do it right now.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to put it on the board.
And all the announcements that I mentioned, I'll leave the follow-up information in the chat as well.
Yutha, there's a request to make Chris Johnson a panelist.
Sure.
All right. Any other questions for Yutha? Okay. If not, we're going to ask Pat to speak about WHDC, to give her report.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. And in addition to Black History Month, I'd also like to say Happy Black History Month and Happy Dominican Heritage Month.
Pat, are you able to put your camera on?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Um,
Even if it's on your phone, that's fine.
okay, is this okay?
That looks perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you kindly. Good evening, everyone. As I indicated, Happy Black History Month to everyone, and also Happy Dominican Heritage Month to everyone. Usually I have to apologize to everyone. Usually I have a written report which is sent in advance, but my family is in a place of bereavement right now. My son's father passed away, and we were planning services and everything. So I just want to apologize for not having a report done. There was just a lot going on, and we didn't get a chance to get it done. So by next month, I will probably have a report. But in addition to that, Barry and I attended I'm sorry, Barry Weinberg is also one of the two representatives to WHTC from CB9. And there was a meeting on February 7th, the annual meeting, in which we were there, and we had a lot of information. So the idea came up, rather than just do a report, it would be best for us to do a presentation. So we are going to prepare that in time, so that we didn't have enough time to do it this week, for the executive committee meeting, as well as the executive committee meeting, as well as the general board meeting tonight. So again, my apologies. But in any case, we are going to prepare a presentation that will talk about what was happening at the annual meeting, as well as any other information that comes up. So if there's any information that you would like, or you would like us to report on, please let us know, and we will get as many answers as we can, but mostly to tell you about what the future for WHTC is going forward. So I just wanted you all to know that. Thank you. Is there any other questions? Okay, thank you very much for your time,
Andrea
everyone.
Brecker has a question.
Yes, no, I'm sorry, within the last week, there was an article in the Columbia Spectator that was quite critical of the money that has to do with, from the
The CBA.
You mean from the CBA? Yes, yes.
Did you see that article?
I didn't get a chance to read it yet, no, but I heard about it.
Have access to it, because I would get it to you if you're interested.
No, I saw it. I saw it. I just haven't had a chance to read it yet, but thank you for sharing that. I'll make sure that I look at it. Are there any questions that you had as a result of reading that?
No, I thought it was appropriately critical.
Okay.
Of Columbia's role in managing the funds.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your input.
Yeah.
All right, good. Thank you very much, Pat. And once again,
Thank
sorry
you.
for
You're
your
welcome.
loss.
Thank you.
Next is Michael Gross. He's going to be talking about MHCC, and you can tell people, Michael, what that stands for if people don't know.
Hi, everyone. How's it going? This is Michael Gross. Yeah, MHCC is the Morningside Heights Community Coalition, an organization that organizes for affordable housing in Morningside Heights, and just general community issues that we think bring the community together and are important for the well-being of the neighborhood. This was already talked about quite a bit, but we're really excited to see the 4 affordable rental units that were made available, and that folks were able to apply for by the end of January. 4 more will be made available by Columbia to the community in June. And we as the Morningside Community Coalition are really excited by the development. We also want to make sure that more units are made available than just those 8. So we'll definitely keep you all updated on the work to try to get Columbia to make more of those units available. But a lot of you saw the sort of brochures or flyers that were made available to this community board about those 4 affordable units, and they truly are affordable and rent stabilized. So we were pretty happy with that, and want to make sure that the next 4 and all of the ones after that are as affordable as these 4 have been. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, we're going to now hear from the Manhattan Borough President's office, and I know Porfirio is sitting at the forum. And Porfirio, I'm much apologies that you weren't informed that we were meeting virtually, but we're glad that you're able to join us. And take it away, and thank you.
Thank you for acknowledging me, and
All right. Yeah, I'm always here, like I say. First thing I want to do is acknowledge Black History Month. And I also want to say Happy Lunar New Year. I want to remind everyone that community board applications are live and that the deadline is next Friday at 5 p.m. So please continue to share that out with the community. And if anyone is listening and needs to reapply, please get that in ASAP. That would be wonderful. Also want to mention, we do have a new Manhattan Deputy Borough President. Her name is Misha Smith. She will be going around and introducing herself as the next couple of months go by. We are also excited to announce that the new Manhattan Borough historian is Harold Holzer. Over the last few weeks, the LGBTQ community has been under attack by the Trump administration, and allegedly in the dead of night, the pride flag was ordered removed from Christopher's Park on Christopher Street, which is the home of the Stonewall National Monument. The Manhattan Borough President was proud to join several elected officials and advocates in re-raising the flag last week. Earlier this week, there was news that significant New York City hospitals will no longer be offering gender-affirming care to patients under 19. The Manhattan Borough President believes that gender-affirming care is life-affirming care and will remain as a forceful advocate for ensuring people to have access to the care they need. I also want to take the moment to spotlight two events. Remember, everyone, Saturday, February 19th, we will be partnering with the Studio Museum. Actually, this is a new announcement. On Saturday, February 28th, I believe, we'll be partnering with the Studio Museum in Harlem for a free all-day admission community event to honor Black History Month. So be on the lookout. We will send this information to the district managers. And we will get it out to all the membership. This Sunday is February 22nd, 1 p.m. We will be inaugurating the new Manhattan Borough President, Brad Hoylman Siegel, at the Community Convention at Lincoln Center, Alice Tully Hall, at 1 p.m. So we welcome all of you. Doors will open at 12 noon. And from now on until April 15th, our team will be hosting tax-free prep clinics at the Northern Manhattan office. Just please make sure you call in advance. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Porfirio, so much. We
Sure.
appreciate everything you do and our new Manhattan Borough President.
Thank you.
All
I have
right.
a question, Monique.
Yes, sorry, Alana.
Oh, sorry. Hi. So I got the invitation in the mail. I'm sure all of the board members, we got them. When I went to RSVP, it said it was sold out. So I emailed, I think it was the community liaison. Can you hear me? I think I lost you guys. I'm sorry.
We can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
I hear you, and I do have a response for you.
Yes, they said they might live stream it. So I just wanted to know about that. Thank you.
Yeah, they are going to live stream it, but in addition to that, the portal has been reopened. So what you can do is go back on it and they will automatically put you on a waiting list. So it's being live streamed two ways. One, you could live stream it on your phone, whatever. But the other thing, it's going to be live streamed there also. So there's going to be an alternate space to be able to watch it from.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, they'll put you on the list, okay?
Is there another question or hand raised for the Manhattan Borough President? Okay, if not, Porfirio, thank you once again.
All right.
And,
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
All right. So now we're going to go to public session, and I'm asking John Martin to regulate that part of the meeting. But just as a reminder, those who are going to be speaking, each presenter will have 3 minutes to speak. And we'll leave it at that for now, because we'll start with public members first. So, obviously after public members, there will be the elected officials who will speak. So Maurice Cummings, you're from a public official office, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm Chief of Staff to New York State Assemblyman Jordan Wright. Good evening.
Yes, I thought so. Thank you for joining us and letting us know you're here. We're going to start with the public session. As I said, John Martin, our second vice chair, will be handling that. And then that will be followed by our public officials speaking. And they will also be timed. So the public officials, when your time comes to speak, we ask for you to speak within a 3-minute period, if possible, so that we can keep the meeting moving, okay?
I can
So,
comply.
okay, thank you. And I see Lucas back there. Lucas is hanging out with John, with Chris and April.
I didn't get the
Lucas,
email that it's virtual either, so
oh, I'm
here
so
I am.
sorry. I
No,
see
no, no,
you're
don't worry
there,
about it.
and
I'm happy to be here.
I apologize. I'm happy you're there with some of our board members, and I'm glad
Yes.
it's not frigid and there's not a ton of snow. So with that said, John Martin, the floor is yours. Who do we have up to bat for public session first?
Carolyn Brown of the 147th Street Block Association. Are you with us?
Can you hear me?
We can. Hi there.
Okay, right.
We can.
Okay, I'm from the 147th Street Block Association, and I want we want to find out about the issue about the dispensary, and we understand that that's going to be discussed at the next meeting. But I wanted to know the best way that we could make sure that our community knows the issue itself. I mean, just in terms of how to get information to the community and connecting the community with the board and the people that represent the owners. And we had two illegal dispensaries around us, and in one of them there was a shooting. So we're a little nervous about this. So that's all I wanted to say.
Very good.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess I can start really quick, and I'll ask Shantae to jump in if she um, wants to add. Carolyn, thank you for joining us. We
Yeah.
do have a cannabis task force that meets every other month, and the way things are set up, the notice comes to the community board when there is a new dispensary that is being established. They have to notify us, and we, as a task force, will reach out to them to set up a meeting and to ask them to fill out a form for one, to go over their plan in terms of how they will be established, what kind of security measures they're taking and such. And then we set schedule for them to come before us and to meet. We, as I said, meet every other month. In this particular situation, I know we met with members of the Block Association earlier this week.
Right.
And because your association, which represents a large number of community members, expressed concerns, we will be meeting with your team as well as with the members from the dispensary to address any additional concerns that you might have, and also to create an opportunity for them to answer questions. So this is how it normally works, and we usually work through our office to send out an announcement to let people know when we're meeting. So now that you're on our list, you should be getting those announcements moving forward.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank
Yes.
you for joining us.
Yeah.
Shantae, is anything you wanted to add quickly before we move on to the next public presenter?
I think I think you mentioned everything, but we still have our report for later. Okay. Thank you also, Miss Carolyn, for joining us and also for your input. We understand the concerns, and we're actually making where Monique and I are going to be, learning from this and moving forward, applying this, as well, throughout any of the new dispensaries in this district, to make sure that we can connect with also tenant associations and other neighbors to make sure your concerns are met. So
Yeah.
thank you again.
Thanks. So thank you.
Okay. The next public presenter, John Martin. We don't hear you, John Martin. You're muted.
Apologies. I don't see in the queue who.
It should be Nate French. Nate French is the next public session.
Thank you, Ms. Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Prince.
Are you here?
I'm speaking. This is Kai Cogsville. I work with Nate French. So I'll be doing the presentation. Real brief statement here. I want to thank you for letting us speak today, and it's good to see so many familiar faces here. So I just wanted to give people a brief update of the work that we're doing. My name, once again, is Kai Cogsville. I'm born and raised here in Harlem, and I'm the communications director for the New York Interfaith Commission for Housing Equality, and I'm also the founder of Defend Harlem. I joined on with the Commission for Housing Equality about 3 years ago. And during that work, the commission was brought together to really fight displacement here in Harlem and create more affordable housing and economic development opportunities. Through that work, I created Defend Harlem as a media outlet and organizing tool to advocate for affordable housing. And I created a platform to really get some of the information that I was learning and inform people about the work that we were doing here in the community. Recently, we launched a membership program so that people can get more involved in some of the work that we're doing. For example, we're working on creating affordable housing for people that earn between minimum wage and $65,000 a year. I think people, especially in Harlem, a lot of them make that income range and they're excluded from a lot of these affordable developments. So that's really a big part of our work. And then also we are advocating for local jobs and business opportunities that really deal with the waterfront development that's on 125th Street, where the Fairway property is, that Columbia purchased for $84 million. We believe that should be a site that is dedicated to celebrate the culture and history of Uptown while also creating jobs, local business opportunities, and housing for people here locally with a connecting ferry to Dyckman and Washington Heights. We have a couple of events coming up that I would love you all to join us at. One will be at Silvana on February 26th at 6 p.m. From 6 to 8 p.m. It's open to everyone. It's a free event. Nate will throw that in the chat here. He just did. That's the Partiful link. And also, if you would like to follow us on Instagram, that's a great place to get updates about what we're doing. We're going to throw that in the chat here as well. And lastly, I'd like to just quickly say one more announcement in terms of housing. We're advocating for the same affordability that I was talking about for the 145 project. We're urging the mayor and the governor to get involved in this project so that people earning between minimum wage and $65,000 a year can afford to live here. If that project goes with the same affordability rates that it's at right now, that will set a really negative precedent for future development here in Harlem because the Lenox Terrace extension will then be approved with similar income ranges as well as the Lincoln Correctional Facility. So we believe it's really one of our top priorities to make sure that project is deeply affordable. And that's one of the action items that we'll be advocating around on the 26th. So we hope to see you all there.
This is wonderful work you're doing, Mr. Cogsville and Defend Harlem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Next up in the queue is Alicia Barksdale of 3333 Broadway. Ms. Barksdale, you're muted.
John Martin, their hands
Okay.
up.
Yes, hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Alicia Boxer from 3333 to update on the Legionnaires. As the vice chair said, they are refusing to test C, D, and E building. And the notices have declined as far as what's going on. They haven't been in contact with the tenants of the building. I have been sending them letters and asking them questions, and I forward them to Victor, and I'll forward them to Ms. Prince so everybody can see. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people are scared. The seniors are taking baths and they can't get out of the tub. They gave them hoses and people complaining that it's cracking the tub because it's so powerful. So that's on 3333, non-communication, failure to communicate with management. DOH hasn't been in contact with us either since that last week. So that's a concern. And on another note, I'm here representing the Riverside Hawks and the weekday school at Riverside Church. Riverside Hawks has open basketball tryouts this Saturday and next Saturday for middle school, elementary school, and high school students and young ladies. And the weekday school has a gala coming up. So I will drop these off at the office. I'm down here with everybody. Sorry, I did not get the email till late. Have a nice day. Stay warm.
Thank you, Ms. Barksdale.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah.
We should double back. If Mr. Cogsville is still with us. Ms. Kaufman, did you have a question for Kai Cogsville?
Yes, thank you. So I have a couple of questions.
Ms. Kaufman, can you mute your television?
Oh my God, I didn't even know you could hear it. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry. Is that better? Of course not. All right, is that better? Because I'm on my headphones.
Yes, that's better.
I apologize. So I have two things. There are several brownstones, historically marked brownstones, that are either their landlords coming in, new owners coming in, trying to force the people out, as well as well-established tenants who are suffering because the landlords are 80, 90-year-old or older, that they need some help and assistance. How does Kai's organization, how can you help them? I have a neighbor on West 149th Street, St. Nicholas Avenue, that has a 92-year-old tenant that can't come back in because after almost 9 years next March of them not being able to go into their building, that landlord is now saying, oh, now you can't come back in because of the roof. Where is the help for people who are trying to be good landlords and affording rent stabilized tenants a safe place to live, and getting them some of this help without them being seized upon by these hawks that are coming in and seeing what this prime real estate is worth and just trying to bum rush these tenants out because they know they can turn these brownstones into lucrative $3,000-$4,000 a month rentals. So how do you work with these local landlords to help them keep their properties affordable to the tenants that they have in there? I'm trying to find the connect.
Well, I think that's really mainly a city issue. We don't deal directly with housing representatives. However, we do work with a number of groups that do that specific work, and we can connect offline. I'd be happy to connect you with the people that are more engaged in that specific type of work.
That would be great because there are tenants that have been living in these apartments forever, and they're the ones that are suffering because everything is being outpriced, and you have these hawks ready to come in. Walter, I don't know about your building, but we know about a couple of buildings on your side of the street that the Hawks are there, and they just want the property. They don't care about the tenants or about keeping Harlemites in their homes.
Your point is well taken, Ms. Kaufman. Thank you.
Thank you.
Last,
Sorry, not to interrupt. Ms. Kaufman, you can call Senator Clear's office tomorrow. My name's Lucas. You can ask for me, and I can help you with that as well
Okay,
on the government side.
Lucas. Okay, put your info. I know I have it,
I'll
but
put it in the
put your
chat.
info. Thank you, Lucas.
yes, thank you, Lucas.
May,
And
may I add something?
There's some additional hands up, John Martin.
yes, who is that? Mateen and then Lydia.
Yeah.
Thank you kindly. No, one of the things I wanted to mention was with the Housing, Land Use, and Zoning Committee. One of the things that we're particularly experimenting on is centralizing as much resources as possible. Because I think part of the thing is, knowing what's even out there. And so one of the things that we started with February, I want to see it continue, is being able to look at what sort of happenings are going on throughout the city. That could be things for homeowners, that could be things for tenants, things for realtors, good mix of different stakeholders, just because we know that here in Harlem, we have that mix of homeowners, tenants, organizers. It's robust in that sense. And so one of the things that we're looking to do as a board, as a committee, is going to be to demystify all this stuff that's kind of out there that could be taken advantage of, things that you may already be paying taxes for that you could use, but you may not know about them. And so we want to kind of demystify that and bring that in. And I would also say for anybody who is experiencing stuff, have them come to the committee. We're kind of seeing that as folks are coming to the committees to talk about what's happening in their neighborhoods, we're not only creating a list to see the broader picture of it, but even amongst different experts who are there, we're talking about, what different recourses can be done. And because we have a mix of lawyers, activists, we have a lot of minds here. I highly suggest coming to the housing committee. We meet every second Tuesday of the month, and we're pretty proactive with sending out email listings and things of that nature. So I'll put my information out here as well so that folks could reach out.
That's helpful,
Thank you.
Mateen. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to suggest that.
And Lydia?
Yeah, I just want to briefly say, Kai, I was very interested in your using that term affordability, because they keep throwing that word around and it's meaningless because they don't tie it in to the minimum wage or the regular wage that people make in the city for the most part. I mean, I live in a building where it was a working man's building, okay? There were waitresses, policemen, union organ. In the last 35, 40 years, people come in at a very high socioeconomic bracket, buying 2 and 3 apartments, glomming them together. I mean, I'm lucky the building still has some rent stabilized apartments, but I've seen this happen and it's happened now for 4 decades. And I think somebody really like you and people like yourself in the committee should take a hold of that damn term affordability because they keep throwing it around. The government throws it around in the city and it needs to be really taken over and defined. What the heck do they mean by that? Sorry, it gets me so angry.
Your point is well taken,
All right.
Lydia. John Martin, is there another public
Yes,
session
last in
presenter?
the public session queue is Health and Environment Committee Co-Chair Cameron Clark. Cameron?
Yeah, thanks. Hey, everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to briefly shout out an organization that's doing some, pretty impactful work in the community. And so this is Indivisible Harlem. So for folks who may or may not be aware, essentially what they've been doing for the past few months is they've been canvassing businesses and organizations in Harlem and the rest, East, West Harlem, Upper West Side, essentially talking to employers about, essentially offering know your rights trainings to employers and employees in the area. As folks are aware, ICE has been encroaching on Harlem. We've seen them like on 116th Street. We've seen them stopping folks. And so essentially they've been providing trainings for businesses on how to protect their employees, training to employees on how to protect themselves, providing information on how to legally defer and protect, members of our community from being essentially kidnapped by ICE. So they actually have been offering opportunities for folks to go out and canvass with them. They have canvases on Wednesday mornings in Central Harlem, Saturdays in Hamilton Heights, and East Harlem as well. So I'll put the link to sign up for those canvases in the chat. I'm also going to send it out to the district manager's office so that they can blast it out to the full board, as well as a couple of the different flyers and materials that they're distributing. If you know any sort of small businesses in your neighborhood that you want to share some of this information with, if you have a good relationship with like your local bodega owner, and you want to say like, hey, just so you know, you have rights in case ICE comes in and tries to order a sandwich and then kidnap some of your employees. These are the steps that you can take to protect, some of the folks who are in your community. So I'll put that information in the chat, and then I'll also, I'll send it off to folks to distribute as well. So that's all I had.
This is helpful. Thank you, Cameron.
Yeah, I was going to say it's very critical and important. And thank you for sharing that, Cameron, as you put stuff in the chat. John Martin, it looks like there's somebody over at the forum with April and them, Sandra from Chosen Generation, who would like to present. And I think that might be the last person that we will have present for public session. And also there are questions in the Q&A. I was trying to see who these questions were directed to. How many people applied for these units? So I don't know if that question was directed to Michael Gross, who spoke earlier about the apartments being released by Columbia. And then this other question, FYI, we can't see the chat. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. So there was a question, I guess, about the housing units. How many of those, how many people applied for those units? I guess that would be for maybe Michael Gross. So, Michael, do you want to answer that question? And then we can let Sandra speak? Yeah?
Yeah, just really quick. It was, there were hundreds of people that applied, and it was up, for 4 units. The applicants are being picked through a random lottery system. So they're for 4 3-bedroom apartments on 109th Street, to be more sort of detailed. If folks have more questions about that, feel free to message me or get in touch with me. I can put my contact information in the chat as well.
Very good. Thank you, Michael. All right. So Sandra, please go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. My name is Sandra J.F. Ultimo from Chosen Generation, where we provide holistic wraparound support model service for Haitian immigrants and also French-speaking African immigrants. We have had several of our clients deported, wrongfully deported, and they were held at, what was it? I can't pronounce it, Guantanamo. And they were not fed. Some of them were sick. They did not receive medical care. One of them died. So we are working alongside with Child Memorial Temple, Church of God in Christ, who is up on 148th Street. And I know you guys might be familiar with the new building that's building up there. And there's a church that's going to be part of that. And so next month, they are preparing alongside with us and the Mayor's Office of Immigration Affairs to hold a forum on Know Your Rights for specific populations. This is a problem, as you all know, and I suppose we all need to galvanize and come together and have a plan to help each other for this to come to some kind of stop or something, because this is just too much. Everyone is so stressed, and it's causing a lot of illness and a lot of mental illness. Very, very difficult times. And so The other part of my presentation has to deal with that. We also are partnered with SYP, whereas also we utilize our service. We are a work site for young people. So for those who want to help us, we have a lot of young people who are helping us with our food pantry, with our immigration applications and things of that nature, making copies and assisting us at the office. And so our number is 646-907-9430. ChosenGenerationInc.org is our website. We are the only organization really that service dedicated to Haitians in Manhattan and in the Bronx. Most of the other organizations are out in Queens and Brooklyn. And since New York is the second largest state that have Haitians in it, it makes sense for us to get some support for the Haitians in Manhattan. Thank you for the space.
Thank you. You are welcome, and it's unfortunate for sure. And we need to get as much resources and information out to the community as possible. Deirdre, you have your hand up for someone who just spoke?
Yeah, I do for Sandra Ultimo. Hi. Hi Sandra.
Hi.
So
Hi, Deidre.
I'm good. How are you? I just wanted to bring it back that Bishop Griffin, he presented at our executive board meeting in terms of the symposium that he wants for March. I think we're looking at March, right? Looking at March. And so since he isn't here, one of the things while Sandra is here is that the elected officials in the room, or those that are representing elected officials, we want to get as much resources as possible for this and representation for this symposium. That means if you have attorneys, immigration information, whatever it may have, if you are in the if you can just drop in a chat for Miss Ultimo so she can get your information. I know I spoke to Gabriella and she sent me some information on Northern Manhattan. I'm sorry, Northern Manhattan and another attorney. So we're just reaching out to all the elected officials so that we can have some representation, because immigration and ICE is a big problem in our community. I've seen them right here on 148th Street by our schools. And I've spoken to parents who have not been bringing their children to school because of fear of, being picked up or so I just wanted to say, let's support them.
Lastly, I forgot to mention the free tax preparation that we do offer every Friday and Saturday by appointment. Also, if you call that number, we offer free tax preparation for low income.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Reverend McIntosh Brown, could you possibly put some contact information in? I've worked with Assemblymember Michael Asher's office, and I would love to reach out and connect.
Oh.
Thank you.
Did you hear that, Sandra?
No, I did not.
A representative from Assemblymember Lasher's office asked for you to put your contact information in the chat so she can reach out to you.
Okay, so you do it for me? Okay.
Then, yeah, I can put it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, April, for helping her.
Was that for Sandra or for Deirdre?
That was for Deirdre, but I am happy to talk about how our office can support your work as well.
Okay, is that it, John Martin, for public session?
It is.
All right, so let's move to the elects. Who's up first?
I don't see the queue for the electeds.
Okay, well, I know that
we have Hannah Friedman
Yeah.
from Assemblymember Lasher's office, followed by Maurice Cummings, followed
Yes.
by Lucas from Senator Claire's office.
Okay, thank you, Yutha.
Thank you.
Me, I'm here.
Hi, Hannah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And Gabriella will be after Lucas.
I
Okay,
just saw Gabby. Hi.
okay. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'll be quick. I am just going to go ahead and redrop in our upcoming events for the next month or two. We've got a book drive, an unclaimed funds event, some Medicare rights training coming up. These are all free, all public. The Medicare Rights Center training will be on March 11th in collaboration with the Ryan Health Center, and it's just about navigating the healthcare system as smoothly, cleanly as possible. There will be light lunch. We've got SNAP application assistance in the office this month. We've got a whole bunch of things going on. So just to keep it easy to manage. I'll drop the flyer into the chat. And if you've got any questions, my email's on it and that number goes straight to the office. And thank you all so much for your time tonight.
And thank you. And next, from Jordan Assemblyman Wright's office, we have
Cummings, Maurice
Mr.
Cummings.
Cummings,
Yeah.
Mr. Cummings, Maurice Cummings.
Yes, hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Just wanted to speak briefly to the 3333 situation. Assemblyman Wright currently has legislation in right now. We work closely with Senator Claire's office, and Assembly Bill A9095, which is aimed on strengthening prevention, monitoring, and public awareness of Legionnaire's disease. And also the bill mandates stricter water management plans for buildings, enhanced testing, and public education campaigns. We've been in step and following along with the ongoings at 3333. Communicate regularly with the Eisenbergs, and also I speak with Alicia Barksdale regularly. We have been attending the meetings, and if anyone has any questions or needs any assistance with anything regarding 3333, I've dropped my information into the chat. I dropped it for the young lady from the Haitian organization, so she could reach out to us as well. In addition, I'd like to say happy Black History Month to everyone. And yesterday we were in 626 Riverside Drive. Shout out to Miss Pat Johnson for assisting us. We're offering free heart and kidney health screenings via one of our partners, Care Access. We had an amazing event at 626 Riverside yesterday. The blood test can give you critical insight on the risk of Alzheimer's disease, heart attack, heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease. These tests are free. And if anyone has a building, if you would like for us to come to your building, we can bring the services to your building. In addition to the free testing, we provide snacks, we can provide lunch, and you will also receive a $45 gift card for participating in the screening. So my information is in the chat. If anyone would like for us to come to their building, please feel free to reach out. My email address and email are there. And I said I'd keep it concise, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thank you so much, and a pleasant evening to all.
Thank you. And is it Lucas who's up next? Let's see.
Yes, Lucas, followed by Gabriella.
All right, Lucas from Senator Claire's office.
Claire's office. Yep.
Hi, everyone. I first want to echo what Mo just said. Happy Black History Month. Happy Lunar New Year. And for those of you fasting for Ramadan or Lent, wishing you strength. Anywho, I want to say we had caucus weekend last weekend, and so we brought a bunch of buses of seniors up to Albany, and we had a One Harlem senior luncheon that Assemblymember Wright co-sponsored. We're also moving on with the Legionnaire's disease. The senator has been doing a lot of work in the summer, and now again is the Senate sponsor for the bill that Maurice had just mentioned. So we're working on that as well. I also want to say with the rental units that Michael Gross mentioned, we're trying to push Columbia to make a program that those rental units, it doesn't just stay at 8, but that we make it's a pilot program for a program going forward that would ensure that as people either pass away or move out of these rent stabilized units, they go back to the community, and that is a perpetual thing rather than it just is these 8 units and then we're done. So we're personally working on that. I also want to say we sent in testimony for the 1727 Amsterdam hearing. There was a testimony period, so the senator sent in written testimony asking them to halt the process until CB9's requests were heard. I also have our newsletter here. I'm sad that other people, that you guys aren't here because I was excited to hand them out, but at least the 5 of us that are here got them. Thank you so much. As always, you can give us a call at 212-222-7315. My name's Lucas. I'm happy to help with anything you guys need.
Thanks very
Lucas,
much,
can you
Lucas.
email me the newsletter, please?
I can try. I don't know if I have the, yes, I will try my best, Yutha.
And
Lucas, could you
Can
also
you
put your
repeat your
information
number?
in the chat? We're coming up with our senior resource fair in May, and I would love you to
We'd love to go, yeah.
all
One
right,
last
so
thing.
yes.
Tomorrow we are having a constituent resource clinic. We're partnering with New York Connects and the New York State Department for the Aging. So it's from 4 to 7 p.m. Give us a call at our office to RSVP to make sure that you guys get a spot. But we can deal with anything from housing to benefits to Social Security, things like that. We'll be working with the Department for the Aging to make sure that we get to connect seniors to the right area. Sorry, not just seniors. We love our seniors, so shouting you guys out, but
Also,
Lucas, can you put
Lucas,
your number?
yeah, I will try.
with
I will
respect
work.
to the work that the senator is doing around Columbia's housing stock, affordable, if you can find out how much of their stabilized apartments, how many stabilized apartments they're warehousing. So it's beyond just when people die. They're holding on to, they're warehousing a lot of their housing stock.
Yeah, actually, that is a weird loophole that we would have to we want to look into. The Housing Reform Bill of 2019 doesn't include hospitals and universities that are housing in-house people. So a lot of the rent stabilized units that Columbia owns, they can renovate and then rent for non-stabilized rates to students. So a lot of Columbia residential, a lot of the buildings that a lot of grad students live in are actually rent stabilized units, but they pay like 3,800, whatever that Columbia wants to pay, because they're not technically going through Housing Connect or going back to the community. They stay in-house. So that's what Columbia does. So they don't necessarily warehouse them. They do renovate them, but then lease them to students, not the community. So we want to make sure we can intervene before they go to students, because once they get renovated and brought to students, we'll probably never see them again. As much as we wish we could, we've been fighting Columbia for so long, that we want to make sure we can be proactive with it.
Thank you. All right.
No problem.
And last in our elected queue is Gabriela from Assemblymember Abreu's office.
Majority Leader, Councilmember Sean Abreu. Hi, guys. I am Gabriela. Most of you already have seen me. It's good to be here today. I have some notes from our comms director, but I've been taking some notes just on some of the topics that have been raised today. So I kind of wanted to touch on that. And then if I have some time, I will share some of the notes. So firstly, I just wanted to kind of have us all be on the same page. I know that 3333 Broadway, they're supposed to submit their plans for remediation to the Department of Health, I believe no later than Monday. I could be off by a day and maybe it's tomorrow, but I think that we can all just make it our priority to check in the beginning of next week with the Department of Health and ensure that they've kept their, they've kept that deadline so that we can continue to monitor that closely, and then the time will start clicking for the actual remediation to begin. But I just kind of wanted to point that out because I do remember that there was a deadline given to them to provide that plan. Another thing I wanted to mention is a lot of you guys have mentioned awesome activities, and it would be great. And I put my information in the chat as well, but it would be awesome if some of those flyers for these events could be shared with our office. We also send out a newsletter, usually bi-weekly, where we could share and help broadcast some of these events. Particularly one that I wrote down is Slam the Scam. I think it was Yutha that mentioned it, but I just wanted to see if there is a flyer for that, Yutha. I would love to share. I would love to share that over at the district office. We have many walk-ins in the day, so we could help with that. I also wanted to kind of flag that we are also having a tax event at the district office on April 10th. We're still working on our flyer, but usually I like to host it or schedule it for in April so that it's like people who are, maybe sort of like waiting to the last minute or have had a hard time getting their documents together, they still have a chance to have a tax prep expert assist them with that. So I will share that flyer as soon as I have it. But I just wanted to flag ahead of it that there will be a tax event at our office on the 10th. But for people who do want to get ahead of it, NIMIC, the Northern Manhattan Improvement Corporation that we also partner with. They are having, they work honestly, they have a great schedule for tax prep. So if you have a hard time connecting with them, we're happy to make referrals as well. So just again, I put the phone number in the chat for our district office. You can just reach out to us and we're happy to connect you. Another thing I wanted to mention, and Deirdre touched upon it, is the CUNY. So we have CUNY. We also work with CUNY Citizenship Now, and they're basically they're an organization who help with immigration benefits, right? So we have them come into the district office twice a week. So the paralegal will come on Wednesdays, and the immigration attorney will come on Mondays. It is all by appointments because obviously folks get screened to determine whether or not they're eligible for certain services, and then they get given an appointment, or they're given an appointment rather to meet with the attorney who can answer questions, help with citizenship applications, residency renewals, or resident card renewals, or AKA green card renewals. So we do have that service at the district office, and I realize that is totally my fault. I don't think I've ever mentioned that I know that we have it in our newsletter and we've shared it before via news letters, but I don't know that I have said that in any of our meetings. So given the climate of the world that we're living in right now and how hostile things have become, and we have definitely seen several cases at the district office where we've made referrals for legal aid, for folks who have been apprehended. I thought that it would be a good opportunity or a good time to kind of bring that to the forefront and let you guys know that we do have that partnership with CUNY Citizenship Now, where folks can call the office, give us all we need is a name, a phone number, and an email address. And CUNY basically does the rest, right? So we submit the referral and folks will get a call from CUNY. Typically, when I first started working at the council member's office 2 years ago, the callback was about at most 7 days. Now, because again, how crazy things have been, it's about 7 to 14 days, but they always do respond. And if they cannot take on a case, or if you're ineligible for a certain service, they do offer free consultations. I mean, all the services are free. But again, I just kind of wanted to say that here because I realized that maybe I have not.
That is important. Thank you, Gabriela.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
So good. I mean, and I do have a flyer for that too. So I think I already sent it to you, right, Deidre?
Yes, Gabriella, you did. You
Okay,
did.
awesome. Perfect.
Thank
Okay,
you.
great.
I didn't get it, Gabriella. If you could send it to me, Yutha.
Yes. So
Right.
I will send it to you and Victor. I'll make sure you guys all have it so that you can also help broadcast it. Because I think there's a lot of resources that are shared at these meetings, and I think it is important that we help each other share the resources so that people actually can
Absolutely.
utilize them and take advantage of them. And then lastly, on that same note, you mentioned the symposium, and I know that I sent you some resources, but I think you also said something along the lines like if you need attorneys. I'm happy to talk to the attorney that again works with us. He's honestly the best. And if you guys have like something where he could, a presentation or such, he's usually open to that, obviously via CUNY. But if that's something that you need, I'm happy to forward that request.
Thank you, Gabriella. Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank
And then
you.
what else did I want to say? Oh, one last thing. Again, I kind of skipped a lot of the legislative updates, but I'll share them with you guys, and you can share them forward. I want to also mention that I am beginning a sort of like a two-part to our partnership, or our second part with our partnership with Westside Campaign Against Hunger. So we usually have them already in the office every Tuesday, and they help folks apply for like SNAP, DREE, SCREE, and other benefits. So now we're going to have them a second day in the week on Thursdays. So what I'm trying to do, and it will be in our next newsletter, is I'm trying to make it a mobile access team. So basically what that would look like is folks will be able to organize buildings that have like a community room or an office space where the staff member from Westside Campaign Against Hunger can go and sit and obviously, have like a restroom accessible. But they can by appointment see folks who maybe have a hard time getting to the office or getting to the HRA center, who need assistance with services such as SCREE or DREE, Medicaid, food stamps. So basically anything to do with HRA access benefits. They're fantastic. They see I want to say over 8 to 10 folks every Tuesday. And right now, as of right now, I think they started in January, coming on the Thursday. So we're having them also see 8 to 10 folks on the Thursday. So what I'm trying to do, because obviously also our office is a little small, so I'm trying to be able to have different activities and have different organizations come, trying to see if we can get them to be hosted by members of the community. Again, places that have either a staff, either an office or a community room where we can kind of make it in an organized fashion, of course. So there will be a Google form so that folks in the community can just kind of register, and then I will go through that. That's like my new project right now. But again, I wanted to just flag for you guys that that will be on the newsletter.
All right.
That's it, because that was a
Right.
lot. But thank you guys.
Thank you.
Gabby, if I can retract, the save the date for National Slam the Scam, it's not a flyer. It's an email that I received and I just extracted the information. I left some notes in the chat.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I honestly have been copy pasting the notes on the chat to a separate page,
Okay,
because I feel like
okay.
once the chat ends, it's like I can't get any of it back. But I did put my information in the chat so that folks who have flyers for certain events, like I took, for example, Hannah's, who have flyers for events, I can share them at our office too, because maybe they have, I think I saw the FTNY event, like that's something that I'm not currently partnering with. So I could have our constituents say, hey, Hannah's office, or Michael Ash's office or Hoyleman's office is having this event, and we can kind of share the resources so that people are not, having to kind of jump through extra hoops unnecessarily. If we have the information, we can share it forward.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Gabriella.
welcome.
Vanessa, you have your hand up. Is that a legacy hand, or you have a question?
No, this is for Gabrielle. I have an office space. Okay, my mother has an office space, and I'll tell her that you're going to use it later. But at West 149th Street, let me rephrase this. It seems that all of these things are always in places where people have to get to, where they may not be able to get to, especially at $3 a wop. If I can, no, I will convince my mom to offer up a space so that you can actually reach community people. Can you get me some flyers or some information?
Yeah, so
that we can...
So what I'll have you do, Vanessa, was it, right? What I think you should do, Vanessa, is again, I put my email in the chat. We can kind of stay in touch that way. There is an e-newsletter that our communications director, Ian, I think some of you may know him, some of you may not, but Ian is working on that Google form for me, because I've thought up this project, and I was like, I want us to do it stat, because again, I have ideas for other organizations that I would like to visit the office, like when we have, and this is just full disclosure, like if we have Department of Finance visit us one day, it just feels a little too cluttered. And I think we could share the love and have them be remote or working mobile from different places in the community. And it's something that I have heard in many community tenant meetings before, like, can people come here? So if the space is adequate, obviously, that's why there's like a screening process. There's going to be a form you fill out, and then we can kind of get on the phone and discuss, because again, these are not my staffers. Like if it were me or my staffers, it would be a little bit different. These are Westside Campaign Against Hunger staffers, so obviously it still has to be an appropriate space for them. But if it is, then that should be no problem. And if you think that just in that area generally, maybe not your mom's office, but maybe in the building or the building adjacent, there's a community room.
It's
We can work together.
It's an actual space,
Okay.
which is a business space.
Awesome.
That's open, that I am trying to volunteer as a location.
That would be perfect. So that's precisely what I'm looking for, Vanessa. So what I'm saying is the Google form is not yet ready, but what I can do is, because you already have in mind that you can volunteer, take my email, or if you want, put yours in the chat and I can email you. And that way, once the Google form is ready and once we've initiate, okay, we're starting on this day, then I know, okay, we're going to start, let's say March 8th at Vanessa's place, and the following March, whatever, you know what I mean?
Vanessa's mama's place.
Well, yes, but that's what I meant, like just the organizing of it.
All right. So why don't you,
Vanessa, I can put it
again
in the chat.
Vanessa, can you put your information in the chat so that Gabriella can copy it down and she can follow up with you?
It right now.
All right.
Thank you,
Sounds
guys.
like a plan. Thank you. And thank you once again, Gabriella, for sharing, as well as all our elected officials. I will say that in terms of this information that has come out, around resources and just being vigilant as it relates to ICE coming into our community. I'm very glad to hear that more stuff is coming from our elected officials around how we can be proactive and combat against this negative force that has been out there. And I know people are scared, and even though things maybe not have not been as bad in terms of what we've seen in Minneapolis, things are happening here. We need to protect our residents and provide them with the resources so that they feel safe. So the more we can work with the elected officials around doing that, the better we'll all be. So I just wanted to add that. Okay. So now we're going to get to our favorite section of the agenda, which are the action items, and there's quite a few of them there. And so we are going to, I think the first three that I'm looking at appear to be coming from, I believe, Health and Environment. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So who wants to do the ratifications for the nursing strike? Because the first two pertain to that. You, Laquita, or
Yeah, I'd like that.
Cameron?
And Cameron, if you don't mind taking on the second one that you and Lena brilliantly worked on, that would be good. First of all, in reference to the nurses' strike, I want to thank everyone initially on the executive committee for responding so quickly so that we could get out the resolution. We were so concerned because at that particular time, we didn't know when the strike would end, but we knew something was still going on and we needed to provide, or felt pretty unanimously that the nurses needed to be supported because they very much reflect how services and can be provided in our district, not only across the city, but in our district. At the time that we sent out the first resolution, it was directed to both Mount Sinai and Montefiore executives. And as it turns out, I think the day after we submitted, the nurses and the hospitals came to an agreement, even though there was some disappointment a little bit after that agreement, but it was accepted. And those nurses, as everyone knows from the news, have gone back to work. The letter that went out next was addressed to New York Presbyterian. Most people think of Columbia, but New York Presbyterian is the hospital where the nurses are. And they, as of today, are in the 39th day. Tomorrow will be the 40th day of strike. They did not accept the agreement that was, I believe, submitted to both Sinai and Montefiore nurses. They felt that there was more, particularly as it deals with safe staffing. They want that ratio to be far better. I'm not sure specifically what ratio they're looking for, but they were not satisfied with what was presented. So they're looking for that, and they're holding out in hopes that the public, they feel, will be served far better as well. So that letter, resolution, covered with the letter, was sent to the head of the new head, actually, of New York Presbyterian Hospital, and his liaison, who is key in the mediation. We are hoping that there will be a positive result. I feel that we have to really keep our eyes open for it, but it's a resolution that was written and adopted because we've had to deal with our support for the nurses and the nurses union several years ago. I believe it was in 2023. So once again, we've done it, and your support as community board members, initially the executive committee, has been strong. We appreciate it. And so, as a matter of course, we are looking for that acceptance to be ratified by your vote this evening.
Unanimous consent.
I have to say no. I want to abstain.
Okay. Is there anybody else who has a different vote pertaining to this resolution?
My abstention does not stop the move to go forward.
Understood, Ted. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So a motion has been put on the floor for unanimous consent regarding action item.
Seconded.
Approve.
Okay. So, John Martin, did you capture that? We have one abstention and everyone else is, it looks like they are accepting this resolution.
Okay, so that's unanimous consent with one exception, with one abstention.
Yes, from Ted. That's
Very
correct.
good.
Is this
Okay.
for both letters?
No,
No.
this is
Just
just
the
the
first one.
nurses
The
strike.
first one. All
Yeah,
right.
the first one,
The
Felipe.
resolution.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, board members.
Okay, so who's presenting the second one?
Cameron.
Or,
Wait,
sorry,
I'm
Monique, are
sorry.
you talking about the second nurses strike
But that-
resolution?
Right, that's what I meant,
Yes.
because there are two ratification letters pertaining to the nurses' strike. So that's what I'm trying
Okay. No, I thought I was doing first one was
So
to
you did New York
Montefiore.
Presbyterian, right?
Right.
I did
that's-
both of them. It was yes, both first the Montefiore Mount Sinai, and the second one was they're the exact same resolutions.
Okay, sorry then. I that was my fault. So the vote is going to be for both of those resos. And we
Unanimous consent, motion for unanimous.
Second.
consent?
Well,
Okay.
Ted still
Abstain.
wants
Got
to.
it.
Okay,
Very
very
good.
good. Thank you for that clarification. Okay, now we're moving on to the fire safety. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, who's presenting that?
I'm happy to present that one.
Thank you, Cameron.
So essentially this was originally a community, a letter of concern that we put before the general board. And we got a lot of really good feedback on, insufficient response to some of the structural issues that are contributing to some of the fires that have taken place over the past few weeks since November. The recent increase in fires, particularly among the elderly. So what we did is we went back to the drawing board and turned this into a resolution that addresses some of the structural and systemic causes behind some of these fires, notably some of the faulty electrical wiring, old and deferred maintenance in these buildings, some of the lack of appropriate maintenance and care, and then we actually called for a number of different things in the resolution, but including notably sort of partnerships between HPD, Department of Buildings, and the Fire Department of New York to implement trainings, modernize some of their outreach to community members, and provide materials and equipment to community members to help promote fire safety. So there's a few different things in that, and you can see we're looking at it right now. So there's modification of the community trainings to include education on safe use of space heaters, increasing enforcement capacity for inadequate heating complaints, increasing, creating HPD programs to subsidize safer heating options, increasing proactive fire code enforcement in older buildings, increasing inspections. So there's a lot of different policy measures that we wanted to include to make sure that we're addressing very holistically some of the contributors to, the rise, I won't say the rise, the rash of fires that have been taking place in Harlem, but also all across the city. So, that's the gist of it. Yeah.
I second Ted.
All right. Thanks, Ted.
All right, so I don't know if I heard a unanimous consent motion.
Unanimous consent?
Abstain. Vanessa J. Kaufman, abstain because it doesn't put the onus back on the tenant for hoarding, for not doing their due diligence. I agree that landlords have a responsibility, especially in older buildings, but I do also feel that the tenant has an obligation to allow the landlord in. And there's so many, no, there's too much other obstacles, and I abstain. I'm not going any further.
For
Okay,
sure. Thank you, Vanessa, for that feedback.
right. Is Vanessa the only one abstaining or voting different from, I guess, the rest of the board in terms of unanimous consent? Because I want to make sure we note it correctly.
Any other abstentions or objections?
Okay, so it looks like then that will pass, just like the other two will pass. I'm sorry, I didn't say that, but anyway. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you very much. The next item is low traffic neighborhoods, and I think, was that Felipe? Are you going to present on that?
Yeah, I believe also April is going to do the intro and moderate any questions. So this is a resolution that came out of UST,
Okay.
and in the packet you should have gotten a little at a glance one sheet of paper.
We still have the
Board,
fire safety reso on the screen.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, can we, I'm sorry,
sure.
can we remove that? And board members, please get back on camera. I hate to be a pain in the butt, but we expect for you to be on camera. Thank you.
Okay. And
Go
then,
ahead, Felipe.
I don't know, is April?
Yeah, we got kicked out of the forum,
Oh,
so we're on the
you got
street.
kicked out of the forum. Oh,
Yeah,
so
but
okay.
I'll
happy
share my screen. I'll
to
share my
intro.
screen. I'll share my screen.
Okay, thanks, Felipe. Happy to quickly intro.
Sorry, guys.
This is a resolution that came out of the Uniform Services and Transportation Committee. This is a resolution that would ask the New York City Department of Transportation to look into the feasibility of a low traffic neighborhood pilot program. This pilot program would happen along Common Avenue from 113th to 152nd Street. Just want to reiterate that this is not asking for permanent solutions right now. We are asking the DOT to look into this pilot program. This pilot program would do measures such as like reducing traffic congestion, improving safety, enhancing public street design. So we're looking forward to discussing that tonight, and I'll let Felipe take it away from here.
Right. Thanks so much, April. Thanks for that. So the approach is called a low traffic neighborhood. It's an approach to managing traffic using techniques and using infrastructure on the ground, such as diagonal diverters. So this is an intersection that can be repurposed and with a diagonal diverter. It can include shared spaces on the street. So to include more greenery, to include more spaces for other uses like extending a sidewalk. And it can increase the park spaces near parks by having blocks where you can extend the park essentially. So what would it look like at a bigger scale? This is what we probably have now, this schematic of something that what it looks like now. Traffic can pretty much go anywhere. But then when you add the infrastructure, traffic can also go anywhere, but it can only go there in a specific way. So what you're doing is you're allowing traffic to go exactly where it needed to go. You're not changing any of that. You're just making sure that the cut through traffic doesn't have priority and the local traffic has priority. Obviously, bikes, pedestrians, and strollers can go anywhere. And this will end up resulting in many, many benefits to the people that live here and the people that come here. So it's going to reduce the through driving. It's going to have a reduction in traffic volume. It's going to have a reduction in car crashes, and there's going to be a reduction in crime because there's more people on the street, so there's more eyes on the street. Air quality is improved. It boosts active travel. It's, we talked about life expectancy discrepancies among our neighborhoods, and this could boost our life expectancy. So they're self-enforcing. So these are all photos from New York City. They're self-enforcing. Like I think that's one of the nicest parts about this kind of infrastructure, that it doesn't cost money to maintain, or it costs much less money to maintain, because it's like you put in the infrastructure and you don't have to do anything about it. This is a raised crosswalk, probably somewhere in Brooklyn. The extra space goes back to everybody. So as you can see here, the painted crosswalk that is gained can be used for, playing games. It can be used for getting sun. It can be used for anything. They naturally integrate into the network. So again, lower costs overall, less repairs, and they save money. They're not pedestrianization. The traffic can go anywhere it could before. They don't require taking out parking. They do not require the private vehicle access, what I just said, the traffic can go anywhere that it could previously. And it doesn't reduce emergency response times. Actually, it probably improves emergency response times because there's less traffic on the road. Again, more photos of implementation in New York City. This is more photos. And they really, you can use little different things, whatever we want. We can, provide feedback. We can let DOT know, hey, we like this type of infrastructure. We don't like this other type of infrastructure, so on and so forth. And lastly, I want to point this out. I want to bring up the corridor that we picked. We picked this corridor because it has a lot of community spaces, a lot of schools, a lot of parks and playgrounds, but also it's a stretch of road, Convent and Morningside, that has had divestment from public entities. The MTA used to run a bus. It used to run the M3A back in the day, and then more recently the M18, and it discontinued that service. So this is a corridor that has received some neglect, and it would be nice for the state, and in this case the city, to invest in it again. So that's why this corridor was picked. And if we see here, we have 2 community board members who are quoted in this Times article, and the fight for community resources carries on today. So I'm really proud to bring up this article, and Miss Carolyn Thompson has mentioned this article.
All right.
Oh, wow.
We have some hands. Gretchen Conway.
Ted here.
Okay, Ted.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say that while I'm a member of the committee, I am not in favor of this project. I worry about what is going to happen. And I don't think that what we are being offered is something that really will work. So I ask everybody to think about what everything is going to cost us. And when I say cost us, I'm talking about not money, but what happens to us. And I don't think that the offers that are out there really, truly answer my worries.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so
I
I'm sorry, Ted. I was called on and
Oh,
I
okay, go ahead, Gretchen.
Ted started talking before I could unmute myself. So I just wanted to reiterate, I'm on the UST, and I just wanted to reiterate that we're just asking in this resolution for this to be explored. We're not presenting a solution. We're saying this is something that we would like to work with the DOT and come up with plans. So it's not like support of this resolution is you're signing off on a plan that we haven't seen yet. It's really just to like say, you know, what's possible, what's feasible, and what would that cost, and what would those implications be. And I think it's important to remember two things that have changed recently within the last 10 years, especially, that no one came to the community board and talked to us about, nobody came and got our opinions on. And that was the DOT removing truck route signage and enforcement of truck routes, and the use and
Listen, let me tell
excuse me,
you.
Ted, I'm still speaking.
One
Excuse
second,
me.
Ted.
And the second thing is the proliferation of wayfinding apps. And what those do is it diverts traffic onto residential streets that they normally wouldn't have been used on. So me personally, I live on 111th Street. It is not a truck route, but it is right next to a truck route. And the number of times that a wayfinding app tells a driver that they can save 5 seconds by turning down my street, only to then be blocked in because there is a cab that's picking up somebody or Access-a-Ride that's picking up somebody. And now that truck driver is laying on their horn. So these are the types of things that LTNs can functionally discourage. The city has already told us they have no interest in enforcing truck routes anymore. And so as long as that's the case, then I think it's important for us to look at solutions that don't require active enforcement. And the design of an LTN helps to do that.
Thank you, Gretchen. Is
yeah.
yours a legacy hand, Vanessa?
I will just point out.
Ted, can we try to get to some of the other hands? Because there's a few.
Okay, fine.
And then I
will
want to
hold off.
Okay,
hold off.
Right. And then I want to move to take the vote because I'm mindful of the time. Even though it's virtual, I don't want us to be on past a certain time. So with that said, I'm trying to see who is the next hand. I'm not sure we're going to get to everybody because I wanted to take a vote. Was it Jordan next?
I think it was Juan, then me, then Jordan. I
Okay,
think.
that's fine. Juan and then Jordan. Thank you, Cameron.
Yeah, hi. Again, Convent Avenue has been overlooked for a long time, and that is because for many reasons. But the advent of Google Maps has changed the street. So because we don't have many street lights, traffic lights, you can get through here and you have people going really fast. This is a very residential and quiet building area, but because of Google Maps, people just fly by. Again, these programs for low traffic, they don't change anything. They just allow people to use other venues. So we lose nothing. This costs us nothing. Moreover, it's going to make us healthier because there will be less traffic here. If you go down Convent Avenue on a bike, you cannot see the cars crossing Convent because the cars are stacked up, parked all over the place. Even as a walker, you can't see. So I leave it at that.
Okay, Jordan?
I just wanted to put some numbers to the excellent points made by Gretchen and Juan. 83% of all cars that drive in Community Board 9 are through traffic. Those are cars who do not start or stop in our community. Those are cars that do not live here, do not work here, do not patronize our businesses. All they are doing is using Waze and Google Maps to use our neighborhood as a cut through. They are speeding down Convent Avenue and making it really, really unsafe for us and our children to walk down the street. All low traffic neighborhoods do not stop you from going anywhere. They do not need to remove parking. All they do is stop that 83% of traffic from coming into our neighborhood and contributing nothing except carbon dioxide and possibly running into a child. That's
Okay,
all.
I have to interject. I'm sorry. I have to interject because I've lived.
Vanessa,
Oh,
you're not on camera, so you first of all you can't interject. I'm
okay.
going to.
I'm sorry. I can't get my camera. Fine. I won't interject.
Okay.
I'm back on mute.
Okay. So, we'll take one more, and then I say then we call the vote. Okay.
Cameron had a.
Go ahead, Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron will be the last one, and then let's take the vote, everyone. Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Cameron.
Okay, I have a question also. So
thank you. So I think what I wanted to offer is like just to sort of refocus on some of the health benefits of this. You know, I think we've talked about, you know, obviously there's the noise, there's the traffic. You know, I think that there's a lot of benefits for, you know, I think I've spoken to a lot of folks on the community board that have spoken to like how many issues there are with like excessive noise complaints in this neighborhood. And cars are actually one of the largest contributors to noise, especially in residential neighborhoods. But I think coming from like a medical perspective, you know, we look at the demographics of Harlem and we have levels of asthma and respiratory diseases that are like literally orders of magnitude higher than some of the other communities in this city. And it's, you know, partially it's because of, you know, some of the indoor air pollution, but a lot of it is because, you know, we're dealing with so much congestion, we're dealing with so much automotive traffic, you know, that's contributing a lot of the things that were mentioned, nitrogen dioxide, black carbon, ozone, all of these things. That said, I think that what I would offer to folks is that, you know, if this is, you know, I think that if this is like a real concern for like, you know, losing this through lane or if there's unintended consequences, I think that one of the things that I could offer is like potentially a friendly amendment where, you know, we propose this and then, you know, we do a review after like, you know, maybe 2 years about this resolution, like after it's been implemented, and then give ourselves the ability to sort of, you know, withdraw it if there is, you know, some unintended consequences to this.
Okay,
So
we
I
heard
think,
that
you know,
argument.
if folks
Yeah.
are feeling resistant or hesitant, I think that there's
No.
a possibility that we can say like, okay, maybe this did have consequences that we didn't anticipate. Maybe we do want to withdraw this at a later date.
Yeah, I think that's a great friendly amendment. I would be happy to add that to the resolution.
So once again, in terms of then, because I want us to move forward with taking a vote, and perhaps we could take a vote with the friendly amendment that was made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the friendly amendment says that we request that after implementation, DOT evaluate the success of the project and to reverse the project if it's not successful.
Okay, I still have a question. I've had my hand raised.
Well, I do
know,
too,
Pat,
but I'm abstaining, so.
right, but
by the way,
Pat,
Okay.
it's 10 to 9, and we still have a few
I'm abstaining.
action items that we need to get through, and I'm trying to
I
be mindful
understand.
of the time. So with that said, let's move forward. John Martin was called the vote for this resolution.
All right, are we going to, so it's not unanimous consent, so should I?
No, it's not. So you
Call
have
the
to do a
roll?
roll call. Yep.
April Adams,
No? Did someone say no? If not, this could be a unanimous consent and could end.
But no, I didn't get the impression that it was unanimous or.
No, it's not unanimous
It's
consent.
not unanimous, and I feel like there's some
Consent.
people. It's not unanimous, and I feel like there's some people. Right. So let's just take the
But nobody
roll.
voted
Monique,
no.
can I add
Nobody said
something?
no.
I
Nobody
am
said
voting no.
Right.
He's voting no.
Mr.
Okay.
Kovalev, I am
All right.
voting
I
no.
am
We gotta,
voting
okay,
we'll
very
no.
good, we got you, Ted.
Okay.
Order. Let's get back to order here.
Yeah, let's keep the voices down and get to
Monique,
order.
Yeah, I'm voting no.
Okay.
All right,
Monique,
okay,
let me-
so we're
can I
gonna
just say
take the
one
roll
thing?
now.
Somebody,
Listen up,
I'm
everyone,
sorry.
please.
Somebody's calling my name.
Yeah, I did, Laquita. I'm just saying that the emphasis with this resolution, as I see it, is that it is a pilot. It's not
Right.
saying it's gonna have, it's a pilot. And I think that has to be stressed. We're not saying
Okay.
we want to go forward. Okay.
Right.
But we think that there should be
It's
an
a
opportunity to look at it.
it's a pilot with a friendly amendment. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm
Okay.
taking the
But
roll now.
according to this resolution, it says that Community Board 9 expresses its full support for a pilot program, and that's what's said in the resolution. So that's
Yeah,
what
for
we're
a
voting for, I
pilot.
imagine.
Yeah, support for a pilot.
For a pilot.
For
For
a
a pilot
pilot
program.
with the
Right.
friendly amendment now that was suggested by Cameron.
All right.
Felipe, would you want to table this so we can have further discussion, or would you prefer to take a
No,
vote?
I
tonight?
think a vote. I think it's
Okay.
I think
All right.
there's enough support.
My vote is yes.
Okay, April Adams, yes. Joyce Adewumi? Yes, Joyce Adewumi.
Abstain.
Okay. Walter Alexander,
DCC, yes.
Marquise Bell,
Abstain.
Andrea Brecker,
Yes.
Gregory Brito,
Yes.
Patricia Caldwell. Oh, she's absent. Cameron Clark,
Yes.
Felipe Castillo,
Yes.
Vanessa Kaufman.
Pete Lasers. This is the blade.
No, if you can hear me, no.
Okay. Juan Colmenares,
Yes.
Gretchen Connolly,
Yes.
Dejan Del Pino,
Yes.
Marita Dunn is absent. Elizabeth Eastman,
Yes.
Victor Edwards is excused. Denise Ford, all right.
Denise, we can't hear you. Denise, you're on mute.
I'm gonna abstain. I'm
Okay.
abstaining.
Thank you. Lydia Gerson,
I abstained because I only got this information last night. I abstained.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, he said it at the other meeting. Where were you?
No,
All
I
right,
didn't have
let's
it.
keep it moving.
John Martin Green votes yes. Michael Gross,
Yes.
Daria Hardiman,
Respectfully, no.
okay. Monique Harden Cordero,
Yes.
Laquita Henry,
Yes.
Heather Jason,
Yes.
Chris Johnson.
I don't know if they're in transit because Marita
They may
and Chris
be.
were at the forum.
Patricia
Maybe they'll
Wattler
jump back on.
Johnson,
I abstain.
thank you. Tiago Keel is absent. Theodore Kovalev votes no.
Thank you.
Christina Maria Lopez,
Yes.
Tina Lumley,
Yes.
Rhea McDonald,
Yes.
Deirdre McIntosh Brown,
Yes.
Ilana Mercado,
Yes.
Clotilde Monguia,
Yes.
Lena Nipomyashi,
Yes.
Solomon Prophet is absent.
No, I think I saw Solomon.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, let me make you present first.
I was late. Sorry about that.
No worries. Thanks for speaking. Got you. Teresa Coles Reagan,
Teresa?
are you with us? All right. Janara Ramirez is absent. David Ratner is excused. Mateen Savsi,
Yes.
Jordan Shearer,
Yes.
Shantae Styles,
Yes.
Francina Wearing is excused. Shanika Wilson is excused. Alexander Abraham Jimenez.
No.
All right. And let's see, we have two. We have 26 yeses. We have
How, you said 26?
Yes.
So that's a majority, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But we still
We
have to hear the vote.
seven
Yes, so sorry.
abstentions, 2, 4. Well, no, I'm wrong. We have 2, 4, 5 abstentions, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 noes. So the vote passes.
Okay. Very good. All right. Next item on the agenda pertains to legal cannabis dispensary. Shantae, can you please give the I was gonna say report, but share the letters of support.
Yes, good evening, everyone, and happy Black History Month. As Monique was saying, we had the opportunity in our last meeting to meet with two of the dispensary business owners, or one who happens to be a potential business owner for the 3443 Broadway. And also, we have a renewal from Midnight Moon, which is Leo, who has been very active as part of the community board. He's been to every meeting, and also we are in the process of reviewing our third potential dispensary that's supposed to be located at 747 St. Nicholas. However, that will also be onto a hold, but I'm not going to take too much of the time, but we are going to place a vote to see if we can move forward with approving these two letters of support tonight also. I did want to discuss a little bit about some of the conditions of the adult use retail dispensaries, which is card, and that just means these two potential applicants are card members. So the card members are those dispensaries who hold licenses that are approved by the board. And that was something that I was just reading as you guys were talking. I was trying to do a little research also, Monique, because I want to know which board that is. Is that the OCM or is that our community board? Because if that's the case, then we need to be, I guess, filled in with the OCM. Is that what that means?
So the board would be OCM, and in terms of card, a person being a card members are targeted groups that were initially supposed to be supported by the Office of Cannabis Management in terms of being able to open up the legal dispensaries and doing the right thing. Usually card members are individuals who have been wrong in the system. They've been targeted and criminalized around cannabis use. And now to right the wrong, they've been giving opportunities to, and not deal on the corner, but I guess instead have these legal dispensaries where they are able to sell product. And so that's an important thing to note. And these two letters that are up here basically are highlighting the things that were shared with us, and we thought made them candidates to support in terms of establishing a dispensary in our community. As Shantae said, Midnight Moon is doing a renewal. They've been a good community partner. They've had no issues with the 30th precinct, and this new dispensary, besides being a card member, they've expressed a willingness. Basically, sorry, I don't have my progressives on, so I'm trying to read the letter. They were very open, presented a security plan, and want to work with the community board in making sure that they are good neighbors in terms of being here. So those are a few other things I would just add in terms of these two applicants coming before us. And that's why we're sharing the letters with you and requesting to support them in their efforts.
Yes. Thank you, Monique. I'm trying to
I don't know if
think.
there are any questions.
Yes.
Because if there's not, we could take a vote.
Unanimous consent?
Second.
I abstain. I abstain.
Okay. So is that the only abstention? I only say that so that we can make sure we're noting it properly. Is
I
Lydia the
have
only?
to abstain because I'm having problems with my new laptop, and I apologize for holding you guys captive to
Okay.
my issue.
So once again, I'm wondering, do we need to do a roll call on these two?
No, there was no
Yes.
no's.
No.
There was
No,
no
everybody
no's.
gave consent. There was,
Okay, it's
I
only
don't
two
hear a
of-
no.
So two
There's only two abstentions.
This is, I'm sorry, I was trying to raise my hand. It's Heather. I abstain for 1536 Amsterdam, and I vote no for 3443 Broadway.
Okay.
Okay, then
So
in that case,
right,
we need to have
a
a,
vote. I'm sorry, what?
in that case, we need a vote.
Right.
Because we
Got
have
it.
a person who has voted negative.
Understood, Ted. Got it.
All right, so now we're gonna take a vote.
Wait, before you vote, where the renewal for Midnight Moon, does that pass? Because I didn't hear any objections.
Well, I wasn't
There's
clear.
one.
I think there's one because
There's one objection from Heather.
I thought the objection was for 3443
Right, the
Broadway.
That's
objection,
correct.
right.
I
the objection
abstained
was-
for 1536
just
Amsterdam, the
abstained.
renewal.
No opposition for
Hold on,
the.
waiting.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of people talking. So
No
okay.
opposition for Midnight Moon.
Okay, so no
If-
opposition, so that means one abstention and the rest was unanimous
No, there are
consent?
three abstentions for.
Let me try to answer the regulation. Where we have everybody agreeing, that one can go through. Opposition, however, is the other one, which cannot go through without
A
vote.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to do for 3443. Should we do that first? Is that how we're gonna?
So here, for 1536 Amsterdam Avenue, Midnight Moon, it's unanimous consent with three abstentions. Yes?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, and now we'll vote on 3443 Broadway.
Right.
Hold on.
Point of information.
Hello?
Hold on.
Yes, okay. Somebody's asking for.
I also abstain on that one.
Who made the motion for unanimous consent on Midnight Moon, and who seconded?
I did. I made the motion.
And who
And I
seconded?
think Lena seconded it.
Okay, for Midnight Moon.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought we had dealt with that.
Well, he's taking the notes, Ted, so we want to be clear.
Okay, fine.
Okay, now I need to know who the abstentions I had were Heather Jason, Vanessa Kaufman, and who was the third abstention?
I abstain.
I also, Elizabeth Eastman.
Okay, Gerson and Eastman. Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, now we can move to 3443 Broadway.
Can we?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right,
Let's do the
April
roll call.
Adams,
Yes.
Joyce Hadawumi,
Yes.
Walter Alexander,
Yes.
Marquise Bell,
Yes.
Andrea Brecker,
Yes.
Gregory Brito,
Yes.
Patricia, Cameron Clark,
Abstain.
Felipe Castillo,
Yes.
Juan Colmenares,
Yes.
Gretchen Connolly,
Yes.
Dejan Del Pino. Del Pino. I'm sorry?
Oh, yes.
Okay, thank you. Marita Dunn is absent. Elizabeth Eastman,
Abstain.
Denise Ford,
Yes.
Lydia Gerson abstains, John Martin Green, yes. Michael Gross,
Yes.
Daria Hardiman. Okay,
Yes.
yes? All right, thank you. Monique Harden Cordero,
Yes.
Laquita Henry,
Yes.
Heather Jason votes no. Chris Johnson,
Please leave your message for 917.
Please mute yourself if you're not voting.
421.
Whoever that is.
okay. Chris Johnson, Patricia Watler Johnson,
Yes.
Diego Keel is that. Theodore Kovalev,
No.
Christina Maria Lopez,
Yes.
Tina Lumley,
Yes.
Rhea McDonald,
Yes.
Deirdre McIntosh Brown,
Yes.
Ilana Mercado,
Yes.
Clotilde Manguia,
Abstain.
Lina Nippon Yashi.
Yes, that was great. Yes.
I'm getting there. Okay. Solomon Prophet,
Yes.
Teresa Coles Reagan,
Abstain.
David Ratner's Martine Searcy,
Yes.
Jordan Scherer,
Yes.
Shante Styles.
Yes.
Let's see. And Alexander Jimenez.
Yes.
Thank you. And let's see what we have here. We have two. Okay, we have 28 yeses. We have 5 abstentions and 1 no.
Okay.
So
Looks like
it passes.
okay. So we'll get those 2
Thank
letters
you.
off to the Office of Cannabis Management.
I'm
Thank you.
sorry, I think there were 2 no's. I thought Ted was a no.
Ted was a no. Ted
Was
is
it-
one.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
I
right.
had Kovalev and
yes,
Jason.
and Heather Jason was also a no. So I'm sorry.
And
2
did you
no's.
count my no?
Who was that?
Let's see.
Vanessa?
Vanessa Kaufman. I had you down as abstain.
All right.
Is that incorrect? I can change it to no.
I thought I said no.
Okay, well, we'll put you down as no. So then it's 3 no's. Very good.
All right. It looks like it passes, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, team. All right.
Would point out whether or not it's a abstention or a negative, it will count as a negative. And so it doesn't matter. We have the points.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ted.
Thank you, Ted.
Okay. So now we're going to move on to state liquor license applications. Oh, sorry. I heard a voice. Okay. Was that April?
No, but I can go.
So Solomon and April, this is your neck of the woods. There's quite a few things there. I'll let you present, and maybe there's a way to bundle them. We'll see. But but go ahead.
I'll go through 7 through 11 and we can possibly bundle those. But first up is a new application, Joe Jacked. It is going to be at like 12th Avenue, 133rd. It is a liquor license application for the former, oh my gosh, Skinny's Cantina. There's a new staff. They're taking over this establishment. Then we have renewal liquor license applications for LaSalle Dumpling Room, Chopped Parsley, and Ban Shop. And number 11 is a removal application for Chopped Parsley. They have apparently SLA told them they had to remove their liquor license from their current location so that they could renew or apply for a new liquor license at their new location. So yeah, we want to do unanimous consent for 7 through 11.
Unanimous consent.
Second.
Perfect. Any abstentions?
Right, okay. Any abstentions?
Yeah, I abstain for all of them except for the removal.
Okay. So.
All right.
And okay, and there were no no's, correct?
No
So it looks
no's.
okay. So it looks like then it passes and we can move forward.
Okay. Oh, and before moving to number 12, just
Hi, can you hear me?
Who's that? Vanessa?
Vanessa, my cable just went out and it just reconnected. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Did you have any? So we voted on 7 through 11, Vanessa. The liquor license applications. Did you have any abstentions or no's?
My cable just went out and I just got reconnected, so I'm not sure what was said. I don't believe from what I read I had an issue except for chopped tea.
For chopped parsley?
Chopped parsley.
You don't, so you have an abstention against that liquor license application?
Yeah, because there's some, yeah, against that one, I have an abstention. Everything else is fine.
Okay, thank you. And before we move on to number 12, I'm going to give that to Solomon. But just an FYI that Columbia University did have a new liquor license application that came forward for their hotel, the George, on 125th and Broadway. But we tabled that and for our March meeting because we do ask that any new liquor license applications that they come to the committee to present. So Solomon, do you want to talk about the formal objection to billiards?
Okay, that's the one I had a question for. Okay.
Was the letter shared, or can someone share the letter?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
Can you pull it up?
Ashley, it's the last letter.
And just I hate to interrupt, but my form only goes to number 10.
Yeah.
So are we going to be getting
I
a
agree with that. Mine only goes
revised
to 10
form
as
that
well.
shows 11 and 12?
Yeah, I
Right.
received 10 as well.
Okay, thanks. That's why I was just a little
Okay, my
confused with the voting.
apologies. At this point, can you just pencil in 11 and 12?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did, but I don't have like this is for the renewal liquor license. I don't have the information. Like I don't see the street names or the numbers. So
Yeah, I don't know the names. I
Right.
assumed that
it's
11.
in our packet. It's in our packet.
yeah,
We
I-
received it. Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay,
received
I'll go
it.
back to the packet. Sorry.
Okay.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Solomon.
Okay, so this is a letter to the State Liquor Authority. It's come to our attention that the establishment, Billiards La Maravilla, this is on 3428 Broadway. It's between 139th Street and 140th Street. They applied for what's referred to as a TRP, a temporary retail permit. Now, you guys may recall that there's been some issues with this particular establishment
Yes, there
with
was.
regards to noise.
Yes, there was.
And there's been a lot of kind of work done with the 30th precinct, the mayor's office of nightlife, trying to mediate the situation with the owners. The owner, their liquor license came up for review, and we did not support it at the time. And we don't think there was ample soundproofing done in the space. There was not much consideration given to the tenants that live above the establishment. Loud music and reverberation from the base was preventing the tenants that live above it to you know to have their quality of life really lessened because of kind of just being poor neighbors, right? So we were not in favor of their liquor license. What they've done in this case, this was brought to our attention by the 30th precinct officer Stumer, is that they applied for this TRP, temporary retail permit, but they applied for it under a different address. The address that they put in was 571 West 139th Street, which is not the address of the establishment. So, they're trying to circumvent the system here and not have to come before us, knowing that there is a backlog of when it comes to liquor license reviews. And so their goal here is to work around the system to have this temporary retail permit issued to them so that they can serve liquor. And then when it comes up for review, if it doesn't go through, they've had X number of months where they have been serving liquor, and if they get denied at the end, then they just stop, right? But we got wind of it. We want to formally send a letter of concern to the State Liquor Authority, letting them know that we're aware that they're trying to circumvent the system, and we'd like them to revoke that temporary retail permit. So that's what this letter is about.
So I have a question. I'm sorry to speak out of turn. This is Denise. Is that number 11 or 12?
Number 12.
Thank you.
Okay. Was that the only question to Solomon? Okay, if no more, sorry, if there are no more questions, do we want to do unanimous consent on this?
Yeah, unanimous
Yes,
consent.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, who seconds that motion?
I will.
Okay, very good. I see Tina. Okay, Tina's not saying anything. Okay, so I think then that's it. I think we've gotten through everything. Is there any old business that needs to be addressed or new business? I will say actually in new business very quickly. We've been, as you know, we've been working on the newsletter. So we're ready. We finalized the next edition of the newsletter. So it should be sent out if you haven't received it already. So keep your eyes open, and we'll work on another edition in a few weeks. We're trying to get our cadence to get something on the regular. So just keep your eyes open.
Monique, I have a question really quickly. So
Oh, yes,
just so I
Denise?
can, I'm sorry, Wi-Fi technology is a little wacky at points. So was that a unanimous consent of a no?
So this letter, it's an objection to this establishment trying to, I guess, get a liquor license, do a undercover route. So we're objecting to them being able to do that. So saying yes, a unanimous consent means we support this letter that was presented. Did I
Okay,
say
great.
that clearly, everyone?
You did. I
Okay.
understood.
Yes.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
No problem. That's
All
how you
right,
learn.
got it.
So Was
Can
there
you
any
just
other comments?
clarify with Clotilda in the chat? She
Oh, yeah.
says no, but I think she may not understand.
No,
Thank
I
you,
did. I
Heather.
clearly understand. I don't want. I clearly
All right,
understand, and
can
I would like
I?
to.
Okay, so Clotilde, you're supporting this letter of objection.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Vanessa?
Okay.
I'm
Thank you,
sorry
Heather.
because this
Yeah.
just came into my
Yeah, but
head.
I think we are way past the time.
No, I know. Vanessa,
So
this will be you're
yes,
making
very
the last
quickly,
quick comment and we're gonna wrap up.
very quickly, thank you. I would like to put this on the radar, somehow getting some sort of um notice or placards or something by our fire hydrants to let people know that you will be ticketed, you are obstructing the safety of our community. I just wanted to put that
Vanessa,
out there.
sorry, is this relating to the proposal we just discussed or the rest of the
No, I thought
okay.
we were ending the conversation on
We are.
everything and
Sounds like new
closing.
business.
Yeah, it sounds like a new business topic, and
I'm
it could be
sorry.
something
I
that
thought we were concluding for the night. I'm sorry.
no, we are. It sounds like new business, and maybe that's something that we can take up. It sounds like maybe something we can take up in UST, because that sounds like enforcement, if I'm not mistaken.
Whatever we could do, because this is a right now problem.
Okay.
And it just entered my mind that we are the people to make it go forward.
Okay. It's been noted. We'll follow up on that and see how we can address it. I agree. Would somebody like to make a motion to end the meeting?
I would.
No move.
Motion.
I
Okay.
have a question. How do we vote?
How did we?
Oh, there was
It
Hakil
was
sent out a subsequent
there was
email.
an email.
I downloaded it and I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
able to
Thank you.
I'm not able to add to annotate it. And
Yeah,
when
it's
I
like you had to
Word document,
download it on
Tina, are
Google.
you
Did
on
you?
a Mac? If you're
Yeah,
if
like
you're on a Mac,
no,
Google.
I'm not on
Wait,
Mac.
one
Sorry.
person at a time. Go ahead, Gretchen.
if you're on a Mac,
I am
if
not
you
on a Mac.
okay, if you're on a Mac, if you right click and open in preview, that's the program that you open with, you'll be able to annotate it. If not, the other easiest way is probably just to take a screenshot of it on your phone and then use the markup function.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You mean in terms of the submitting your vote?
The
Yes.
voting sheet to be able
Okay.
to add like electronic notations to it, if because otherwise you'd have to print it out, mark it up, scan it, send it back. If you
All
have
right.
preview, if you have a Macintosh, you can right click and open in preview. You don't have to pay for it. It comes on the Macintosh and that'll allow you to add a signature and add like little check boxes or whatever. If you don't have a Mac and you'd prefer to do it on your phone or an iPad, something like that, a screenshot and then the markup
Or you can
works well.
open it as a document and you will be able to make those
DJ,
check
I'm
marks.
pretty proficient. If you open it up as a document, the stuff is all over the place.
I'm
sure you can also just send an email with
send an email
your
Can you
votes.
send an
Yeah, I
email?
was gonna say, Tina, just send an email with
An
each
email is
number.
probably fine.
Right.
Each number on the agenda, each agenda item, the number. Put your yes, no, abstain, and we
Thank
will
you.
fill
Thank
out
you.
the voting sheet
I
for
make
you.
a
All right.
motion to adjourn the
So
meeting.
thank you, everyone. Yes, so we're ending the meeting at 9:26. I apologize that we went over, but we we addressed quite a few things. For those who have to commute or travel home, get home safe. And for those who are home, have a good night. Thank you.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Next time we need
You
blinking
too.
lights.
John Martin,
We need
great
blinking
meeting.
lights at 9 o'clock to end the
Good night.
meeting.
Excuse me? Hello? I don't know what happened.
Let me for you,
Hello?
Monique. Is there a deadline? Can we get this to you tomorrow morning?
The voting sheet?
Uh-huh.
Sure, tomorrow's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do the markup like Gretchen suggested, because I think that's a good idea. But if not, I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
That's fine. Thank
All
you.
right.
Sorry, I froze. So I heard your question. You'll get
Yeah,
it to
it
you
was a good
first.
meeting. A lot
Okay.
got, it was a good meeting. No comment
Excellent
was a
meeting.
wasted comment. Yeah, it was
I applaud
really,
Monique and John Martin. You did great.
I thought, yeah, it was
We
really
tried.
good. Well,
So
I
people
just
get
wanted to
anxious, but it
go
was a
over
good
the
meeting.
invites about
What
people
in-
that didn't receive the invite. We sent the invite from Zoom, plus I sent the email twice. So some people are just creatures of habit and they don't really look at their emails, but it
I
was
see.
sent out.
Yeah,
Well, I was more
I got
concerned.
all of them.
I was concerned more about the elects, I guess. So
Yeah.
did they
Oh,
get they got the email as well?
Yes, they did. And they got the invite from Zoom.
and one thing, I know the meeting's over, but the three of you, I think it was a terrific idea to have the public session before the public officials so that they get a chance to hear what the community is thinking about in terms of certain issues also, and they can respond. That was really good. That was
Yeah.
a really
You
good
know what?
position.
I think
And
we
that had
always
been discussed before, but
I
I'm
think
not
we always do
sure.
that. So I think you're
I
right.
can't recall
I think right,
always, but I think
Buford,
it's a
we've
good.
always done
We
that.
do. The agenda didn't change. That's the way we
Right.
presented at every meeting.
Oh,
Right.
but then what's happened? Sometimes the legislators have to leave early, and then we're hearing them speak before that
Right.
because they have to rush. I think that's what's happening. So
Yeah.
it seems like they're speaking first, leaving, and not hearing.
Well, you're right. I
So
think this is a good format that we keep
yeah,
the public at the forefront. They can hear
exactly.
and know what the concerns are. And
And we might want to tell them that, they
Well-
may be accustomed to being able to just walk in and leave out.
well, like I said, I felt bad that people went to the forum. That was my fear, but it is what it is.
Oh,
And
that's
did you get Merida, John Martin? Merida Dunn was here. She was
Was
at the
she?
forum.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I saw her sitting next to April. So
Yeah.
I don't know who else was over there, but
There
and
was Chris Johnson,
Yeah.
April.
I had
Yeah,
Chris
everyone
Johnson.
used Chris's phone. And there was a
Yes.
woman named Sandra.
right, she's the one that spoke. So I mean, hey, there we go. And not everybody was on camera, but anyway, we did the best we could.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. It was excellent.
Well, thank you,
I
Laquita.
thought so too.
Yeah, it was excellent meeting.
Well, good, Laquita. I appreciate that
No, I think a
feedback.
lot of people, there was no comment wasted. I think they were all good comments, whether we agreed or not.
Yes.
And
And
very thoughtful. I don't
and
think,
Ted, are you still there? Because we want to wish you a good night.
oh, his name is still there.
He's there, but he's just not on camera.
Well, I want to make sure he's
And
okay.
Haikil and Ashley, I want to thank both of you as well.
Yes, thank you both.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ashley.
Oh, Yutha, did the
you,
newsletter go
Yutha.
out, or will?
Tomorrow morning I'll be sending it out.
You know something? I
So maybe we should
apologize, but
remove.
I gotta send
Maybe
it
we
to
should
Monique.
remove the stuff pertaining to the meeting at this point. Anyway, never mind. We'll just send it out.
Just so I'll send it to Monique, because I actually forgot, but I sent photos of that event to Victor, Yutha, I guess.
Which event is that, Laquita?
The Legionella one at 3333. I
Okay.
really meant to send those photos before, but you could either use them this time if you have a couple, Victor and Padmore. I
Okay.
put the names of different ones: Alicia, Maurice Cummings,
Okay.
it's Espaillat's representative, but I didn't have a picture of her.
So if
it was good. And
as the issue continues, I'm sure we'll be able to use it another time. Anyway, everyone, I want to wish you a good night. Thank you. And
thank you all. It was
get some rest.
good.
All right.
Okay, let me hit leave meeting. Good night.
Good night.